Friends, family, fans. I'm sitting a million miles away from the mic. Got the Sunday night research stream, baby. Let's go. Let's have ourselves a night. Putting up some stuff here. Go from Sunday night to Monday night research stream. Boom. We've also got a much better promo going on this week. We've got PJ 100 for $100 off. Premium at Rotoballer. Platinum stuff. $199 for the full year. Rotoballer. Use PJ 100. Okay. All right. We got the Phoebe cam, but she's lying on the floor right now. We've got Zach in the house. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. Got Mike. Hello, Mike. What's cooking? We've got the model. We've got a new golf course. Gonna need the research stream with this field list. Oh, well, that's what we got you covered over here for, baby. That's what we've got you covered over here for. All right, I have to just tidy up the model a touch. I've got one or two final things to do, but we're about there. What we're going to do is do a little bit of a recap of last week as well. I want to start doing that on the Sunday nights because I saw someone actually do something interesting the other day. No. That's where I want to be. Okay. Let's get to our model. I'm going to paste this in our situation over here. We're actually pretty close. We're going to do a recap. We crushed last week. Didn't hit any outrights. We've only hit one all year. It is what it is. Life goes on. We're going to figure it out. And we've actually figured it out. We don't even mess around because we just know we're not the best at betting outrights, and it's difficult to hit outrights right now because it's either Scotty Scheffler or 180 to 1 Davis Riley. That's the situation. That's the current landscape of the outright world we live in, and we're trying to just do that. So what I've been doing is just betting Scotty Scheffler for a top 10 to return what I'm betting total for outrights. And so far, he's just paying for my outrights. So that's what I've been up to basically with that. If he sucks, he sucks. Are you off tomorrow? Are we going late? No, I'm off. I'm off work. Golf, we keep going, baby. Harbortown comp with some of these leaderboards from yesteryear. Yeah, we'll take a look at that all. We'll take a look at all of that. Okay. I think we've about got it done here, folks. This is the fun. Yeah. So, Zach, I almost called you Jeff. Alejandro Tosti, number 1 in the model. Interesting. That checks out. Something's up. What's up? Max Griesemann. Chris Goddard up. What is going on here, folks? What is going on here? Where's Rory? Why is Rory 5th only? But that shouldn't even be the right. We've got different settings on here as well. So let's change the settings up as well to that. That seems good. Accuracy was pretty important. So we've got courses shorter than 7,200 yards. I think we even have it shorter than 7,000 yards, if I remember correctly. Yeah, less than 7,200 yards. So that's where we're going there. Got to be able to drive it well. particularly on these shorter courses. And then from a proximity standpoint, let's go ahead and pull up some of this stuff. Yeah. These are these are the holes right over here for 2019, which was 6,826 yards. Also, I got to put my banner up here. There we go. It's not the PGA Championship. It's RBC Heritage. Oh, and I just deleted the whole thing. God damn it. Give me 2 seconds. You know when I just try to create a banner and deleted a banner. Okay. Sunday night research stream. RBC Canadian Open. Code PGA 100 gets you $100 off. PGA Platinum, which is $199 for a full year. Okay. Ask me about the Phoebe cam. Phoebe, why aren't you in your bed yet? Oh my God! So we go full caps, and now we got to do it. We got to roll it across the bottom. God damn! I just called my wife a clumsy klutz the other day, and then I go and do this. Okay, here we go. Boom chakalaka, we're back in business. Come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. For what? We good. What are you on about? What are you being a sassy boy in the chat right now, Zach? Anyway, so we've got a few holes that seem different. What I want to do is make sure that I know the proximities, and I'm actually just going to pull up Data Golf for that real quick. RBC Canadian 2019 Rory year, and we want to make sure that we have the correct stuff. So we've got, you know what? I've done this. Why am I being like this? I have the key stats here. I have the key stats. Okay, so we can do this. Zoom in a touch. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, this is 1 year, 2019 worth of data. Distance was not, although Rory McIlroy led the field in strokes gained off the tee, I think. He also was ridiculous with distance. His driving accuracy, he hit 37 on 56 fairways. He was 6th in driving accuracy, despite being 3rd in driving distance. DJ was 1st in driving distance, was 65th, hit less than half his fairways. So we'll be looking at this quite a lot going forward, because it's the only tournament that we can find from this golf course. But accuracy, very important. You got to be able to hit the fairways. Yeah, it's only 6,900 when they played. It's only going to be 7,000 and something now. Excel cheat code. If you go Alt equals, it will just auto populate for you. So go Alt equals, and it just does a sum automatically for you. So we've got 158 extra yards coming in this year. The biggest differences were on holes 6 and 7. We've got about 69 total yards extra going on over there. So I don't think we're too worried about that. We want to go back to the key stats and take a look here. So this is the magic range, still 125 to 175, it seems. I'd imagine now that they've added a few extra yards, maybe this bucket gets a bit more populated. So it seems just like the classic 125 to 225 situation. Let's see if we got a hole that is Getting extra yardage, yeah. So this is going to add, so 310 minus that is going to be a wedge. Now you add another 35, you're in a totally different, you're in a 25 bucket extra. This one, 446 minus 310, 336 or 136. Add another 28. Now you're in an additional range, in that 150 to 175 range, which, you know, I think we're going to potentially see a lot more shots come from that range this week. So this 150 to 200 bucket as well going to be important. We're going to see a few shots disappear from 125 to 150 and then start shifting into this 150 to 200 range is what I would imagine. So that's what's going on there with the golf course. What is going on with the model? We're going to update a few things. Like for the fact that Alejandro Tosti is so far up there is concerning to me. I need to figure out what about his stats is going so crazy. But first, I'm actually going to figure out the settings here. Okay. For the settings, we've already mentioned we want tons of driving accuracy. So on these shorter courses, I'm going to ramp this up. How much did it say? It liked off the tee, so I'm gonna respect that a little bit. By the way, happy Memorial Weekend, folks. Happy Memorial Weekend. Okay, Toasty being up there was why. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what we'll figure it. We got a. This is for Colonial, which the settings really shouldn't be that much difference. If I'm being honest with you, we're going to take away a bit of approach play, though. I think I want a touch less of that. Because if we take a look at the key stats, approach play wasn't quite as important as we've seen, but it is only one round of golf. So as we saw last weekend, this weekend at Colonial, we'll do a recap of that as well. All right. So we got settings. We want I only want about 35% worth of stuff here. I think that's where that's coming from. So beautiful. Let's go, yeah. 30. Okay. And then Y. Interesting. All right. So we've got up to 35% on approach now. We are looking for a little bit more weighting. The par fives, there's only two, I believe. Only two par fives, three par fours. I mean, four par threes, and they're all about 200 or 188. So 175 and above, that's where all of that comes from. Okay. Around the green, I don't know how much around the green we're looking for. We saw scores get to minus 15, so I'm going to kind of chill out on that. We're going to ramp up the putting for the last little while. So let's do bend putting. These are Poa greens though. Okay. So we got that figured out. We've also got so we've got around the green, and then we want to get medium scoring out of there. We want easy scoring for sure to 10 degrees. We don't want any course history. It's one round of course history. That's hardly going to help us. short game, all of that. So let's get some birdies involved. We need some birdie making here for sure. Just do a little bit of puff. There we go. That's going to take care of it for us. Beautiful. Does that help get Toasty out of the way now? That is the question. No, but Rory gets to second. Toasty's breaking the model. What is going on with this guy? This just doesn't seem right. He's gaining like... Are we doing... What is... Keith Mitchell, Kevin Yu, Rory. Like, what is going on here? Guys, what is going on with Toasty? What is he doing all the way up there? Oh my god. I don't like having to fiddle with these models when I'm on these streams, but we're going to have to. The ball striking is through the roof. Is that correct? Let's get to the last 100, yeah. There we go. What is his deal with the Toasty? He's not even in the top 150 of strokes gained. So what is going on with his numbers? Why is it pulling in such random shit? Huh? We're going to find you out right now. I don't know, Mike. This is wild. We were about to dive into the model, and now Toasty's gone ahead and broke this thing. So I don't even know. This is the fun part about having your own model. The sausage is getting made. Okay, LV, LV, LV. So that's where that's coming from. Where the hell is LV at? Yeah. $2024. 62. I wonder if Toasty... Okay. I know exactly what's happened. We figured it out. Okay. So I'll tell you guys. 18417. And I know for a fact that is Scotty Scheffler's data golf number. If you go to data golf, that's what happened. I'm using Scotty Scheffler's data code, and we're getting Scotty Scheffler's numbers for Alejandro Tosti. So if you take a look at this screen over here, this is the vault. This is like the big boy. This is where we do all the research from. But it's got every single course in it. And this is what I use for the course history. And here's the player ID, which I never copied along to the next thing. So as you can see, we're missing a few things here. So we finally figured it out. We found it. We did indeed find it, folks. That's good. All right. So we're going to be in the mix now. I don't know if I'd call this I don't know if Pebble quite is a comp course here. We were using Pebble for Colonial, but I feel like the majority. It's because we were using Scotty. This is this is the part where Spencer puts in information. He wants to cook the books for his model. Toasty showing up with 99 Madden score in the model. Yeah. We're gonna have it figured out here shortly. Watch this. This is gonna change it all. Toasty's gonna take one of the biggest hits to the model rating we've ever seen in recent model setting times. Okay, where's Toasty? That's the biggest question is, where's Toasty? '49th. Took a 48 place ding because Scotty Scheffler's data wasn't associated with his anymore. This player ID is what was wrong. So we got that figured out. Good for us. We got a Dick T. Lee in the house. Shout out Dick T. Lee over here. Richard T. Lee. It's written in the tea leaves. How often has he heard that before? Ashton McCulloch. Yeah. Mac Masner. I know you. You've just got the wrong name, bud. Okay. I'm going to go type in your name correctly over here. Make sure it shows up. So this is what you're going to get, folks. This is the back nine bet experience. I got her up WD. Not good. Okay. CT pan. Okay. These are all just randos that aren't in the golf like we've never heard of. Mark Oliver Placer. Who the hell is that? Kevin Stinson. It's like Henrik Stenson's knockoff version. Peter's brother. Peter Lee. Peter T. Lee. Or what are we talking about? Jake Lane. Cam Kellett. Jesus. Peter. Who's Peter? Which Peter? Peter Plass. CT Pan. Okay. So, God damn, let me turn this freaking phone on to silent. Yeah. There we go. By the way, I've been trying to have a celebratory drink with you guys to celebrate a good week with the recap. We're going to get there shortly, but Alejandro Toasty broke the model for us. So, Sam Choi, is that KJ's little kid or his little nephew or something? Peter Pan, I'm with you. I'm with you now. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's get this in here now. Now we're good. Now we're good. Okay. Boom. And then we need to go to the settings, to the pensieve, tidy that up real quick, and then we're in the model. Then we're gonna rock and roll. There we go. So here's the pensieve. So this comes from over here. Nice. Merge cells. Jesus. The course history just disappears. Okay. Cool. We're in business now. All righty. Because I wish I never did this. Why did I do this? Now I've got to unhide all of this stuff. And oh my God, look at this. I'm an idiot. Idiot. I got to get rid of some columns, though, as well. Alrighty. Summary. Scotty Scheffler, a.k.a. Alejandro Tosti. Okay, we don't need any of those. C. Upside rank. Rory McIlroy, Sahith Theegala, Keith Mitchell, Sam Burns, Shane Lowry, Adam Scott, Akshay, Corey, Tommy, Mackenzie. It's the top 10. We've got a model. We have got a model. Let's go. 25 minutes in, we're firing it up. We're firing it up. We're about to deep dive the shit out of this RBC Canadian Open. It is freaking A, baby. Let's go. Took me a while, but we're rocking and rolling now. That was easy. Yes, let's go. Okay. So, episode 100 of Back Nine Bets is on Tuesday with 8 o'clock. 8 Eastern, not 7 Eastern. I got a guest. Back Nine Bets on Tuesday is going to be guests now. I've started doing the guesting on Wednesday. I'm going to start doing it on Tuesday now. That's the time. I like doing my show. I've done 99 episodes on my own. It's time for guests. So we're going to have a guest for the first Back Nine Bets, episode 100. It's exciting. So we're going to do some giveaways. We're going to do some fun stuff on the show. It's going to be a good time. We're going to also take a quick look at our awesome betting card from last week. We're going to take a look at the results from last week because I think this golf course actually kind of suits what we can expect this week again, from what I've understood. The same length golf course, same par golf course, long par threes. We've got, a lot going on. Exile Ruthie, great beer, by the way, from Exile Brewing. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. You can have a mini hangover. So cheers. If you're sitting, if you're allowed to drink, pour one out. Pour one out for Grayson. Pour one out for everything that's bad with the world. Pour one out for everything to be good because it sucks. Like his golf game was moving in the right direction. You'd imagine his life would mirror that. Like the fact that your golf game is moving in the right direction, you'd almost imagine your life was moving in the direction correctly first. Your golf game doesn't move in the right direction, then your life follows. Your life moves in that direction, and then your golf game follows in that. But man, you got to reach out to your people around you. Love those people, especially if someone's got the stuff that Grayson had, anxiety, depression. That stuff is real, dude. Kicks your ass. Kicks your ass. I've got a bit of that myself. I've never had like the suicidal thoughts, but I can get down on myself for a while. So love the people around you. Know that. And, like if you are one of these people that struggle with this stuff, reach out to the people that you love. Reach out to a psychologist. Please, 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 people. Love you all. Let's look at our recap for last week. Just had to mention that because, I've been a big advocate of that in the past and the present and the future. Boom chakalaka. Let's take a look at this. Wow. We had ourselves a week, folks. We had ourselves a week. Yes. Harry Higgs. Dude, exactly. The guy, and I feel like Harry, and, to be honest with you, I think Harry's a very similar kind of individual. These outgoing, spontaneous people that have a few drinks. There's often stuff there, so you got to be sure that you know what's going on in your friends' lives. And Harry said it very true. So go find that. You don't even have to look hard. Just type in Harry Higgs. It'll come up. So thank you for that, T-Dac. That was very true. All right. So this was ridiculous. We had 10 placement bets and 7 of them hit. We cashed in Colin Morikawa top 5 plus 260. We cashed in Sepp Straka plus 750 for a top 5. Scotty Scheffler, folks, he's back to being, he's just a factory of beautifulness. If you take a look here at the profit and loss that I pulled together, Scotty Scheffler is a problem. This is my personal track record for our bets. Look at this. We've lost $147 in the outright market, and we've pretty much crushed for 266 in everywhere else this year, betting $100 per week, basically. So some wild stuff going on there, but we have figured out our system. The top 5, the top 10 markets, a lot of those bets have been outrights that we've tailed along with. We've had now 8 second place finishes in 2024. Woo! Let's go. Living that good run life right now. 8 second place finishes with a Keegan Bradley finish today. So that was fun. So Scotty Scheffler, this is what I'm saying. Minus 280 for a top 10. You bet him for $10. Our back 9 bets, our Rotoballer outright card is a $10 card. So you bet the Scotty Scheffler top 10. If he wins, you covered your outright card anyway. If he doesn't win, he's likely going to finish inside the top 10 anyway. So that's my new life hack, is that. Kevin Yu, plus 900 top 10, finished 61st. It is what it is. You wouldn't have cashed his top 40. You wouldn't have cashed the top 20. A top 10 bet on him is how it goes. Jenny McCarthy finished T23 or 25 or something like that. Just didn't have the jazz. Max Homer. What on earth, bro? Finished 3rd at the Masters, and then you beat 7 people last week. Beat 7 people. That was minimum Homer right there, not maximum. That was minimum. Tom Hoagie. Tom T20 Hoagie. Like, we should literally just change this guy's name. I mean, right? T20 Hoagie, baby. Like this dude. So if we pull up Tom Hoagie's track record, we're going to get into our stuff here shortly. If we pull up his bets for our P&L, he's right behind Scotty Scheffler in profitability, but only in the T20 market. $40 we've made off Tom Hoagie finishing inside the top 20. I went and took a look. He's played 16 times this year, 8 top 20s. Yes, Tom Hoagie. Yes, baby. So, and I think when he entered the clubhouse, he posted at about halfway through the afternoon, he was T22. And then I think by the time everyone finished, he was T16 or T18 or something. It was quite an impressive performance. So him and Seabez had a good whatchamacallit today. And then some other names, some big hitters came through for us on the negative odds front. Top 30s, top 40s came through. Brian Harmon. We wanted to bet Brian Harmon for a top 5. If you're a regular listener to the show, you'll know we wanted to do that. We didn't, because he's actually got one. He had the second best top 5 rate in the field, but at this golf course, he's now finished inside the top 31 9 out of the last 10 times. His best finish during those stretches, during those last 10 rounds, where he finished 9 top 31s in the last 10, and he's only finished 7th as his best finish. Brian Harmon, folks. So luckily we kind of dodged that bullet, because that came through for us. He was leading the tournament almost at one point. Lucas Glover, repping out top 40s, boys and girls. I think 8 of his last 12 have been top 40s. Or 8 of his last 10 have been top 40s. So anytime Lucas Glover's in the field, eye out that top 40 market. And Lee Hodges is starting to play some good golf now. He cashed out top 40 there at minus 110. So delightful stuff from Lee. Lots of good stuff here. And a lot of these guys are on our top board yet. Brian Harman, we've been milking that top 30 market for him quite a lot. He likes it. So it's all about finding the right markets for these guys. Sahith Theegala, top 5 market. This is it. Like we've been betting this guy to win every single tournament, and he hasn't been paying off for us. But between the two of those bets, we've won $42 because he's still finishing 5th as well throughout the course of all of this stuff. So, there's ways to make money doing this stuff, even when you're not hitting winners. And that's what you're here to find out. So fun times. Boom, boom, boom. Let's deep dive this freaking golf tournament, folks. Let's deep dive this sucker. All right. You know what? And before we you know what? Cheers, folks. I'm excited. It's always like whenever I'm doing this, I've always got work to do tomorrow. I've always got work on a Monday. There's no work to do tomorrow. We can have a few drinks. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So timestamps. Phil, what's up, bro? Beans. Timestamps. So what? The first part of the show was course preview. Course preview from the 5 minutes. And then from about this way, we just finalizing model. Toasty, we can call it fixing the model. Toasty broke. Fixing Toasty. Okay. And now we can get into this. And then we'll do a recap at about 32 minutes. And then we're going to go into the dive. Phil, these are some nice words from you, my friend. Me and Kenny, I'm assuming, love you and my Korean homie. Hell yeah, dude. Fantasy Golf Degenerate podcast will be tomorrow. It'll come out on the Mayo Media Network. We will have some fun. Kenny's been cooking. Breaking 100's been cooking. Let's go. Toasty God mode at the 5-minute mark. Let's go, baby. Yeah, the fantasy golf part is good. Kenny, I just let the show go. Kenny, he's awesome. All right, so let's do this. Let's get these guys out of here. And let's start diving into some deep dives for these guys. So in the chat, hit me up with some requests, Once I get this channel monetized, it's going to be a lot of fun because you can send in $1 or whatever you want to do, and I'll figure out a nice little system, and I'll drop whatever I'm doing and just deep dive the guy right away for you. Like I'll be your little slave, your data slave, which we'll just stop it right there. So Rory McIlroy, timestamp, 38 minutes into the show. Let's see what Rory's up to. Have that over there. I'm going to pull up the vault. Filter by black over here. Oh, what we do need to do over here as well is add that golf course to the mix. Hamilton. Because we do want to see how the guys did at Hamilton, although we're not going to be using course history that much. We might do it on a case-by-case basis. So what we're going to go over here is to column A, filter this by black fill, and not fill lower, black fill. And we're going to then change the color here to yellow because we know that is where we go. And now you're going to clear the filter, and then we're going to go Ben Silverman's intriguing. He came through big time for me in round 3 showdown. Putter's been doing some weird stuff, so Okay, Phil, were you weren't in any tips being more competitive in large field GPPs? I seem to win more in Showdown. Well, that's the thing, Phil. Showdown is tricky. I mean, GPPs for the week long are hard, dude. I've been really trying to focus in on just like a select few guys in smaller contests, paying a bit more for each contest and doing fewer entries. That typically helps. The GPPs are so you can get really despondent trying to be profitable in GPPs because you need a massive bankroll. Because in order to cash in on a GPP, sometimes you need to really be as contrarian as possible and kind of suck and like playing the plays that are hard to play that when they work out, they pay off big time, but they don't work out often. That's the weeks you're trying to capitalize on. So it's tricky, it's difficult, it's frustrating as freaking hell. Get up, but you know that's what Showdown's for. Unfortunately, so yeah. Thoughts and prayers there, my friend. Thoughts and prayers. Okay. We're almost there. I know I throw a timestamp in for Rory at 38:30, and it's 3 minutes later, and we haven't spoken a single smidgen about him. All right, but let's do this. Rory. All right, all right. Oh, DJS in the house. Let's go, buddy. What's up? Face value. Hey, Byron, you a fan of fantasy golf leagues? I've actually got a few. I'm in 3. So what's up? What's up? Nice. Everyone's in the house here. Let's go. Okay. So here's Rory. Let's tidy it up for you guys so you can see nicely. I want to make sure that you can see as much as humanly possible. And beautiful. We've got it set up nicely here. I can do this a little bit. We don't need to see all of this. I'm going to do this as well. Okay, and then we can zoom in a bit more even. Just, I'm not very OCD when it comes to stuff for most of my life, but when I'm putting together a little presentation, I want to make sure it looks good for you guys. So excuse me if you're listening and there's not much going on. It's because I'm fiddling with columns right now. But we're looking good now. We are looking good. So here's Rory McIlroy. You can see exactly what his life has been up to in the last little while. He's obviously won the RBC Canadian at this golf course. He drove it wonderfully. He gained 7 strokes putting. He hit the irons nicely, but he gained 2 strokes less putting. I mean, 2 strokes less on approach than he did off the tee. That's Rory's go-to. That's his MO. So he putted well and drove it well. Chipped well as well. Did everything well. But the thing about Rory is he's just always got this cheat code of being able to just dominate off the tee. My dog is barking at everything outside and it's driving me nuts. So we got a T12 from Rory at the PGA Championship. Again, like it's just all off the tee. The guy's just a cheat code, averaging 1.23 off the tee there. So like, it's just not fair. It's not fair. At Quail, same situation. Like we've got this ridiculous situation with Rory developing. Now we've got the divorce. What's Rory's divorce situation going to be like? I'd imagine Rory, dog wants a LaCroix. He wants a LaCroix. Rory's situation we're probably going to go T10. That's the way to bet Rory, in my opinion. So I think that's where we'll be going. I would imagine we go T10 for Rory. I'd imagine we go, because I think in this field, as the defending RBC Canadian champion, he's going to be 5-1. They don't give a shit about us at the books. Like we're not going to get bettable numbers from him because Sahith's in here, and then that's it. Like Tommy, there's no one else. So Rory's going to be 5 or 6-1. So I think we're just going to have to take his top 10 odds at like -125. Does that even check out for us? It'll be pretty much a dead wash. So maybe we don't even bet the guy. I don't know if we're going to get any value on him to bet him. I don't think we're going to have any value on him to bet him. So yeah, that's the problem with Rory. That's the problem. Is he's going to be overpriced for a very sporadic kind of performance that you're going to get from the guy. You're going to get a win at the Wells Fargo. He's played well before as well. But at the Wells Fargo, he putted like crazy. He gained 4 strokes putting in round 4. But that was it for the week. Like he putted really well when he won here. And we really haven't seen him putt as well as that since round 1 of the Players, since round 2 of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, since Riv. Like the putter really hasn't been firing for Rory at the end of the day. So that's the thing, is you got to be able to putt well here. Did I have something where I pulled up some stuff? Yeah. I did some random research. So like strokes gained approach, strokes gained putting, strokes gained around the green, all that stuff. How like the averages related to each other. Like as you can see here, the top 5 strokes gained approach for 1 year's worth of data, the average was lower than the top 10. So we had a bunch of guys, Adam Hadwin, Henrik Stenson, Graham McDowell, all dialed in the irons. Rory was pretty solid on the iron front, but the rest of the dudes in this mix, yeah, let's get some color coding going on here. This is last year's tournament. The rest of these dudes all putted well. And I just don't know if Rory's got that putter going for him right now. Like if you take a look at his putting. God damn it. Okay. Get rid of all of this stuff here. Rory's putting 18th in the field. So that's not ideal. The ball striking is there, obviously, especially off the tee. He's very good on these easy scoring conditions, and he's very good on the hard. Ay caramba. But yeah, maybe a top 10. If we catch it at like -125, we'll go to that. But that gives us, he's doing it 56% of the time inside the top 10. And right now, he's really not doing it as often as we'd like. We've got 1 top 10, and it was a win. And a third, I guess. The rest of it, it's all been very mediocre stuff. So maybe we just leave him alone. We'll see. If we get plus money, maybe. But I doubt it. I think he's going to be like plus 500. So tough stuff with Rory. Tough stuff with Rory. Don't see us going to him. Oh, we're missing a whole bunch of dudes. We're missing a whole bunch of dudes over here. All right. Here we go. I've also been doing some best ball drafts as well. They've been fun. What is this? Webb Cooch, all winners at Harbourtown, Sanjay Lowry, Morikawa, usually fixtures on the leaderboards there too. From last year, yeah. So let's take a look. Last year, let's see, get some accuracy involved. Oops. Get some distance involved over here. Yeah, Rory was averaging 300 yards around this golf course then. And you know what the crazy thing is? If you go to the ski stats, like the average driving distance was 285 here or 283, which was only 2 yards less than the average tour distance that year. 2019 was 285 in 2019. That's the tour average driving. I think 299 is where we're at right now. Incredible. So yeah, look at this. You look at this green column. And this is what gives me concern about Shane Lowry, Zach, is Lowry, this is like the best he's ever shot to get to minus 15. Shane Lowry does not go low. You know what I'm saying? So this is like one of his best performances ever. And look at what he had to do. He gained 12 strokes chipping and putting. Tell me when Shane Lowry's ever done that recently outside of last PGA Championship, where he did it all in one round, basically. But basically what you're looking for here is guys that can putt. So what we're going to do is actually go ramp up our putting metrics just a touch. Just a touch. I know it's 2 minutes into the show and you haven't really got anywhere yet, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. I'm going to take 5% away from birdies here and add that to putting. And putting this year. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. Does that change up things at all? Doesn't really change up too much. Doesn't really change up too much. Okay, Sahith is still there. All right, good. So, yeah, Sahith and Sam Burns are very enticing and very intriguing because they can putt. Like, if that's going to be the thing this week, they can putt. So, let's actually just look up some guys that can putt. So, guys that have been putting well the last little while. Number filters. And you know what? Let's actually go to this. This is the winners circle. Yeah, this is the upside model. This is top 75 percentiles for 2024. Okay. So let's do putting, 75th percentile this year. We want to see who pops for that. Matt Kuchar. Mark Hubbard. Wow. But also Mark Hubbard, not a serious golfer. We'll get to him. Mackenzie Hughes, Jorge Campillo, Sahith Theegala, Bo Hostler, Michael Kim, Martin Laird, Justin Lower, Adam Scott, Ben Griffin, Matty Schmidt, Taylor Pendrith. Does Taylor Pendrith go to Canada and take care of business there? But guys that have gained over 2 strokes, Campillo, Mackenzie Hughes, Mark Hubbard, and Matt Kuchar. Wow. Did not see Matt Kuchar jumping on there, but Kuchar, his 75th percentile in strokes gained approach is pretty poor. So that's probably why he's just making bunches and bunches of 7 feet putts, probably, is what Kuchar's been up to. All right. Here we go. Back to where we were. Sahith Theegala. Let's chat about him. 54 minutes in. Boom chakalaka. Let's see. So, yes, Sahith should be one of the best putters. He is the best putter in the field. Let's get this out of the way. So, in 2024, no one's putting better than Sahith. I'd imagine, what were the green regulation rates at this golf course? They were 64%. So, just right around tour average. That's fine. The driving accuracy rates were also below, which is very... For the field to be hitting 55% of fairways, like, and I don't see Is Rory accurate? He's relatively accurate for as far as he hits the golf ball. That's the crazy thing. But Sahith, on these shorter courses where we're looking for guys that can just get the golf ball around there, he's 120th on golf courses that are shorter than 7,200 yards. So let's go and see if we can find some recent ones that kind of validate the fact that we're not going to get absolutely roasted from Sahith if we play him this week. Okay, and at the top of the hour, we're going to do a trivia giveaway. We'll see where we are with the show. I've been enjoying that, and then I'll send you guys the model. Send you a model. Send one of you. Sahith was T5 at Heritage last year and then second this year at the Heritage. Yes, exactly. So, exactly, Zach. If we're comparing Harbour Town, where does Sahith actually grade out in strokes gained on these shorter courses that on the comp side of things? Not very well. Why? What about the comp courses does Sahith not like? Waialae's played poorly at Waialae. He's played nicely at Innisbrook. Struggled at Pebble, I guess. Colonial. So I don't have Harbour Town as a actual comp course here. So he doesn't really have too many rounds in the system. But Sahith, he doesn't get the respect he deserves in the betting market. We could potentially get Sahith at 20-1. You already guessed Adam Scott for the trivia. I love it, Mike. I'll try and figure out. Maybe I can ask a question that is gonna have Adam Scott somewhere in the mix. So here's Sahith. His last few tournaments. Obviously hasn't played at this event before, but 12th at the PGA Championship, was third heading into the week. Look at this ball striking. Delightful stuff from him. Just so crisp, so good, so beautiful. So nice. His chipping it's got like weird, where he's incredibly gifted. He'll chip in a bunch of times, but he's just hemorrhaging strokes around the greens lately. Like he's become a very deficient chipper of the golf ball. But the putting has been phenomenal, which to me is great. Like that's where we're looking at here. Let me click a freaking button here. It's frozen on the screen. What's it trying to tell us here? We thought this was one of Sahith's best approach days ever. I thought he gained 4 strokes according to Data Golf on the day. I guess they must have adjusted it down. But that's just his raw strokes gained, I guess. What is going on here? Let me freaking do some stuff. There we go. Okay. So, Sahith, the approach numbers have been great. I mean, just going back, let's go 12. Last 12 on approach. We were averaging 3/4 of a stroke on approach there. If you go to the last 24, we're going to get, oh, baby, we go to TPC Sawgrass where he played nicely. We're doing good. Like there's a lot to like on approach here from Sahith. The around the green is a concern. How much did that impact guys here last year? Around the green, very, very important. But the thing is, I can totally see Sahith having a week where he gains around the greens. Like, look here. He lost fractionally, but he still gained 2.7 because he chipped in a million times. So I think from a winning upside perspective, from a top 5 perspective, that's why he pops, is because when he's not sucking around the greens, he's actually doing good. The irons he's trending so hard with the irons right now. The driver's been great the last little while. Let's take a look at some accuracy numbers over here. So Sahith's at Valhalla. The guy was averaging 68% of the fairways. So the last little while, we're hitting like 63%, 64% of our fairways. So it's not terrible. We're doing some good stuff on the fairway side of things. So I think the driver is fine. He's actually been remarkably better with the fairway finding situation. Let's actually take a look here. Maybe we can pull up his accuracy numbers. Yeah. So they were very good in 2022 for a period in time, and then he kind of lost it when it was very bad to start the year, an all-time low, basically. And let's exaggerate this a bit. You can see it's been, I guess, not nearly as exaggerated as his off the tee gains, but I guess he's probably missing in the right places now, maybe, even though his accuracy is not necessarily the greatest. But I think we're looking good, yeah. So that's cool there. Okay, Sahith. Okay, Sahith. And you know what? Sahith's very good out the rough anyway. I think you just got to bet this guy. If these greens are poa, if what I'm reading, if they are poa, I like him on poa greens a lot. Like if you take a look at poa greens on the West Coast, yeah, we go to Pebble Beach, putted nicely at Pebble. If you take a look at the Farmers, he putted nicely at the Farmers. So we can expect some nice stuff. Yeah, exactly. And his long iron numbers are very good too. So we'll be fine when it comes to accuracy. That's what I thought last year with the driving iron, and he just sucked it up with the irons the whole time. So, yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean we've deep dived Sahith so much. We're going to be betting him top 5 because if you take a look at his top 5 numbers, they're just ridiculous. He's T5ing about 16% of the time. Rory's doing it 33% of the time. Seth's T5ing about 16% of the time. He's doing top 10, 24% of the time, which is fancy, Oh. Sia's showing up, folks. Hi, everyone. Dropping in to drop a spoiler. Double on Dropter. Fleet beats Theegala in a playoff. Interesting. So, Sia, in the previous first 15 minutes of the show, Rory got to minus 22 or minus 21. The rest of the gang was minus 15. If we go over here and we pull up easy, medium, and hard scoring, okay, Tommy Fleetwood is 86th in easy scoring. 86th in easy scoring. He's second in medium and 6th in hard scoring. If this gets to minus 15 or beyond, Tommy's going to struggle. I don't see him getting there. He just doesn't play well at these birdie fests. Just not his thing. Doesn't make enough putts. Doesn't make enough birdies. I'll put it that way. Doesn't make enough birdies. So that's Tommy Fleetwood's there for you. We'll just make Tommy Fleetwood as a quick little tangent to answer Sia's question. But I would definitely bet Tommy Fleetwood for a top 10. As you can see here, I don't think anyone in the field is a better top 10 bet than Tommy Fleetwood. In fact, he's almost better than anybody by double. So lock and load the Tommy Fleetwood top 10, but I would avoid the outright winning situation over there. All righty. Let's see what else is going on. So this is, I don't even know if this is for how long, but so be it. Let's go. So Sahith, we're definitely looking to bet this guy again. We're going to keep betting him. Keep betting him to win, especially in this field. at a birdie fest. At RBC, he's an RBC ambassador. On Power Greens, where putting is important. All right. So we've got some reasons to like him. If we can catch something, I would say 20 to 1 and better in this kind of a field, I would love that. I would imagine he probably opens, if I were to set the line for Sahith, Rory's going to be 5 to 1. I'd probably make Sahith somewhere 12 or 14 to 1. Really. Unfortunately. So top 5 bets for Sahith. What are we going to bet that at? Top 5s for Sahith. We would bet he's doing it at a 16% clip. So it would probably have to be plus 500 or better, which I doubt it because he's going to be 12 to 1. And that gives us, like plus 550 would be the number. We ain't going to be getting that. I don't think in this field. So we'll have to see what happens. Now, do we adjust these percentages to, that's the next level of modeling I need to get to, is adjusting the earnings, adjusting the finishing positions to reflect, what's going on in this field. Like T5 finishing rates in this field are, let's see, what's the total percentage of, that's going to be the question. Okay, here we go. This is the trivia, folks. Here we go. Trivia time. All right, here we go. Trivia time. What is the total top 5 percentage finish rate for the entire RBC Canadian field in my model? So to ask that in a different way, if I filtered on column BC and the total percentages for everyone's top 5 finish rates, what would that total? What is the total top 5 finish rate for the entire field? All right. Winner gets my model when I pop that out tomorrow. Okay. Paul says 78%. Mike says Adam Scott, 82%. Matthew, 97%. Sweet Spot says 43%, which is, he obviously wasn't listening when we said Rory McIlroy's got like a 33% or 22% top 5 rate. Jeffers, 36%. Interesting stuff. I'm liking the 97s. I'm liking Matthew at 97. I'm going to pull that up right now and see. Revenge game for Fleetwood, sure, but it's not the same revenge game at a different venue. You got to beat the guy up where he beats you up. And Tommy's got so many revenge games. See ya. Tommy, revenge games in like half the states of America, dude. Okay. Here we go. Pulling this up. Let me remove this banner so you guys can all see. All right. So, T5s. Rory alone has a T5 rate of 33%. He's got 6 top 5s in 18 starts. So those of you that popped in the 37s and things, give your head a shake, okay? Give your head a shake. If we filter on these guys, here we go. The total. Why is it giving me... It's not giving me a total. What is going on here? I'm just going to just take this out here and equals sum. And yeah, it's like 400%. It's a lot. So the 97% is definitely where you want to be. Because we've got Tommy Fleetwood with 22%, and then Rory at 33 gets you to 56% total already. Then you add Sahith, that's to 72%. Shane Lowry, another 12, that's 83%. Add Eric Cole in the mix, 96%. Just those 5. So the winner for Toasty probably has like a 90% T5 rate on his own. So the winner is Matthew. Congrats, Matthew. Nice mugshot there, bud. Nice. Is that a college profile photo? So yeah, pretty much you guys misread the question there, or are just thick as thieves. I'm just kidding. No, I think the question might have led you guys astray, but Matthew, congrats, bro. Reach out to me on X, please, and DM me so that I can send you the model when I get that repped up and ready for you guys. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to start rocking and rolling now. We'll start riding quicker and faster, whatever that means. Hide current comment. There we go. All right. Let's get back into it, yeah. So we're in for Sahith. We're in at top 5s, but we might get priced out of the market with Sahith. I think we're going to have to look for value. I'm seeming we're going to be looking for value this week. I'm not thinking there's going to be a favorite we really go to. Although Sam Burns intrigues me a lot. Keith Mitchell, let's try and do this quick and fast because I'm not a fan. Keith Mitchell was inside the top 5 at one point, or top 10, and didn't even cash top 20s this week. Like, gutless performance over the weekend from Keith. Top 20, that's his thing. Like, if you're trying to get any upside out of Keith, you're not going to be getting it. Like, this is what we know. We know Keith's a good driver. We know Keith's a good iron player right now. We know what we're getting. The ball striking is amazing, but the results are not. Womp womp. Okay. Maybe T20. What would we bet Keith Mitchell at for a T20 if we wanted to do that? Is Keith Mitchell an RBC ambassador? I don't know. Keith Mitchell finishes T20 about 38% of the time. So what's that? 1 plus 150? Let's see how good my math is. 48. Yep. So it would have to be plus 160 even to bet Keith. Plus 170 even to bet Keith. Can we get a plus 180? That's what we'd have to bet him at. So plus 170 is the magic number for Keith Mitchell to get bet for a top 20. I don't think we see that number. What has Keith Mitchell's top 20 numbers been the last little while? You know what, folks? This is the research stream. Let's have some fun. Betting odds data. Boom chaka laka daka. Yeah, we are in this world. Let's look up Keith Mitchell and see what his historic top 5 odds have been. So we can get a feel for his T20 odds is what we're looking for. I can't search. There we go. All right. And these odds will be worse than what we could expect because these are BetMGM odds. Bet365 gives you some really good odds. So Keith Mitchell, top 20s. His last few starts, PGA Championship. Why have we got multiple? Let's just take a look at this season, please. PGA Champ, plus 400. We're not going to see, that's not going to be it. Let's look at other tournaments like the Valero and the Valspar and the Cognizant and the Mexico were all between plus 150 and plus 225. The Texas Children's, he was plus 150. So, you could potentially see that's for BetMGM. For 365, we'll probably get slightly better odds when those odds drop. So maybe we go to Keith because Killer Keith struggled a bit. He struggled a bit today. He struggled a bit. I mean, look where we're scrolling to find this guy. Shot 6 over par, 40 on the back, 4 strokes lost. Forgot how to putt, forgot how to chip, forgot how to hit his irons. Still drove the ball exceptionally well. So that's what I see from him. I don't know if we're going to get the putting from Keith to win this tournament, but we can expect the irons and such to show up. If you take a look at what Keith's been up to in that department, it's been actually really nice. Look at this ball striking. I mean, that to me is what gets you to the top 20 promised land, but that's probably going to leave him with some odds that aren't delightful as what we would like. So that's Keith Mitchell. %34 top 5 rates. Were you guys thinking maybe the highest top 5 rate in the field? If you guys were, then you're in check. I'll give you an out. Also, I love how Sia shows up, and every time he shows up, he comes in with a hot take, and I always shut him down. It's just like he comes in, shows up, sends something spicy. I reply back. It's like, it's an average time frame, Darbo. Doesn't matter. It's your average top 5 rate. So don't try and get cheeky and say you're trying to average. Doesn't matter time frame. I guess top 5 would be higher if the time frame was shorter, but hey. What do I say? These are the days, baby. 78 minutes in. Let's chat about Sam Burns. Okay. Yep. Fine. Sam Burns. He's been putting well, obviously. Not really. He hasn't even been putting well. He does well on these easy courses, though. That's his jam. 4th best on easy courses. So Sam Burns can go low. So can Adam Scott. But I think of these guys that can go low, we'll get much better odds on Sam Burns. He's got tons of distance. His accuracy is not the best, but he's pretty solid on these shorter golf courses still, though. Let me remove this, get all of this out of the way here. Get this out of the way here. There we go. I've got to tidy up this model. Seriously, this is ridiculous. The fact that I have to do this nonsense on a stream just makes me want to puke. But again, we're not going to need this. We're just going to have this here just to see like if he's actually good from a range there. But this week, over 200 is, I'm going to make it orange just to validate the fact. Looks gross, but we don't need to see that. We're looking at this bucket in particular, the strokes gained, and particularly good shots. God damn it, Sahith. The good shots from that range is what you're looking for, which Keith apparently hits a lot of them. So anyway, Sam Burns pretty solid from this range though, and with the wedge, pretty darn solid as well. So that's good to see. I love Sam Burns in the wedge range. He's good there. You know, that's what excites me about him too. Yep, I know. I need to get going. I'm still kicking my 2023 model down the road. I'm just using like a more extended. I've gone from last 24 to 2024. It seems to be working. It seems to be working, Darbo. Folks, look at this. What a placement card. What a placement card this was. God damn. 7 for 10. 4 bets hit at plus 210, at plus 750, and plus 260. 3 bets. 3 other bets were negative odds. By the way, I want to be the poster child to say that you can bet negative odds in golf if there's an edge. Don't have to be a ballsy guy and walk around with your big old Conor McGregor nuts saying, I only bet plus money bets. You can bet negative odds. I want to prove that to you guys. Scotty Scheffler is the best negative odds investment you can find in golf right now. He won his top 5 bet and his top 10 bet and his top 20 bet. He's printing money right now for you. Printing money. All right, Sam Burns, let's see what your situation looks like. So Sam Burns, we were betting him top 10 for a while to start the year. And then things have gone south. He burnt too bright. Sam Burns in major championships also. Wow, is he bad? Wow, is he bad? By the way, folks, episode 100 of Back 9 Bets is on Tuesday. And the craziest thing is it's episode 100 of that specific show. I've done over 100 videos, obviously. But the fact that I've done 100, it'll be my 100th Tuesday I sit down and make bets for a golf tournament. So please join me for that. I can't wait. I'm going to be doing giveaways like crazy. It's going to be a flat out party. It's going to be a flat out party. So I look forward to seeing you there. I will have a guest. And it's a cool guest. So maybe at the top of the hour, I'll ask you who you think my guest is going to be. Think about it. Don't put the answers in the chat now, but that's going to be the question when we get to the top of the second hour. Who is the guest of my 100th show on Tuesday at 8 Eastern? And in order to win that prize, you got to be at the show in the chat live. That's going to be the caveat. Sam Burns. Let's see what goes on with his world. So that's the thing. Look, yeah, losing on the putting surfaces in these majors. Also, we haven't really seen this for a while. And I don't know how Sam gets along on POA. I guess he putted okay at the Genesis. He putted nicely at Pebble, which is good to see. So, yeah. I think we can expect Sam. What's his POA situation look like? Do we have the putting in the model? Do I have the putting in the model? POA. He's not the best on POA. He's not the best on POA. He's 30th. So I don't know. But I think he's fine. I think he can spike. We'll see what happens with that. I love the fact that, I mean, look at these irons. Even at the PGA, the irons were like, wow. Like, wow. You know? The irons have been moving in the right direction. He's an RBC guy. Isn't Sam Burns also an RBC guy? So is it a Canadian or an RBC guy that wins it this week? That's the next question. We know what he can do. He just had the baby. Does that affect his life? We really haven't seen Sam do anything for a while. The Genesis was a T10. Like, it's not been good. Like, once we left the West Coast, pretty much we've lost the plot. We're playing where? In Canada. Is that anything to believe Sam Burns is going to play well? I don't know. Sam Burns is top 20. He's probably going to want the top 10 market for Sam. So his PGA champs, that makes tons of sense. Plus 500. RBC Heritage, we should expect, the Valspar. I think I was in on that one as well. Plus 125, that one hurts. In fact, I might have even been on his top 20. I don't know. But plus 300, that's the Players. That's when he was playing nicely. I mean, this was right when he was playing good golf up until then. And then they just quickly forgot about him. So maybe we can catch a plus 250. Because if you take a look at the Valspar, maybe that's one of his best courses. So that doesn't quite reflect. RBC Heritage, Wells Fargo. These are all signature events. You know, it's going to be tough to even see Sam Burns in the plus 200 mark. Even with how bad he's playing right now. So I don't know if he's going to be bettable, folks. I think this betting card's going to be terrible to look at. Because that's Sam Burns' best market, is the top 10 market. So plus 250, if we get lucky, is going to be a negative 5% edge. So like it's basically plus 300 or bust for him. It's got to be better than that even. But he's, like his top 10 rate hasn't been great. He got off to a really hot start, but it hasn't been good. So maybe bet him outright. If we get a plus 3,500, maybe. Plus 4,000 would be delicious. Love the wedges, the putting, but not a fan of POA for upside on putting. So I don't know if there's a lot that I'm thrilled about for Burns, really. I think his odds are going to be ass. And we need good odds for a guy that's playing the way he's playing right now. Cameron Young coming up the top of the hour here. 89 minutes in. Cameron Young. Upside 5. Not profitable in any. So the funny. Yeah. This is fun, folks. Look at this. What do you notice here? This is the top of the model. We're missing one person. Okay. This is the top of the model. What are we seeing here? The first 6 people in the top of my model have lost a total of $4,805 in the last 12 months betting to win $100 in each market. 4,805. That's an average of $800 lost per golfer. Sahith is the best, losing only 198. Cameron Young and Rory McIlroy have lost 1,001, 1,300, and 1,700. Yeah. Not good, Bob. Not good. Cameron Young. So we bet Cameron Young over Sam Burns at the PGA. Cameron Young made the cut. Sam Burns didn't. We cashed it in. Is it bad that you're staying away from Sam Burns? Is that the question you're asking? Or are we saying that the top of the model is not necessarily the best bunch of guys to bet? I think that's what it's telling us, is that the odds we're going to require to make these bets work are going to be too short, and it's potentially good because we're not really wanting to look at betting any of these guys. Look at the the lost money that you would have made. Incredible. Okay. Shane, let's go back to Cameron Young. So that's just going to be back to T5%. Okay. Cameron Young, what does his situation look like? I don't see him filling it up with the putter this week. So that's right away a concern for me. The reason we were kind of intrigued with Sam Burns is because of the putter. It still really hasn't been amazing lately. Sahith is the only one that really checks that box. Sahith is the only guy that we've done so far that I really like. So, I don't trust Burns. What does he do on POA? I mean, his ball striking is going to be amazing. Look at these numbers here. They're going to be good. He's a good wedge player. He's a good short iron player. He's just really good across the board. The putting is just, the putting, man. The putting with this guy is a problem. I don't know what's going on with those birdies. We'll leave that alone for now. But yeah, Cameron Young, he's got this wonderful trait where, like, I mean, look at this T10 to T20 conversion rate. If you're going to bet the guy, you likely want to bet him for a top 10. That's the market to bet Cam Young in, but it's a losing market still. So I think we're just going to leave him alone. Don't love his ability to fill it up on the greens, and we won't get a good number for a T10, which is still a losing market. All right. So, yeah, we don't really have too many guys we're liking right now. Like Shane Lowry, I'm telling you now, I'm not in the mood for him. Because if we go over to the easy scoring conditions and the medium scoring, look at this. You can Shane Lowry, easy scoring, 61st. Cameron Young, easy scoring, 69th. Sam Burns, easy scoring, 4th. Rory, 1st. So I think this easy scoring box is going to be very important for me this week. Got to be able to score on these easy courses. And Shane Lowry is not very good at that. Neither is Cameron Young. So Keith Mitchell as well doesn't make enough birdie putts. And I'm okay forgetting about this for Sahith. I think we've seen enough from his driver. I mean, he's 7th in the field in ball striking. I mean, that's fine. 5th in the field off the tee. Like, I don't care if it's with distance or what. Like, I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I just am concerned about his number. Shane Lowry. Second in the field in strokes gained approach at a golf course that we've seen. It's not going to help you. You got to be able to make those putts. Shane, putting, 51st. Sorry. 61st in easy scoring. Sorry. Can't help you there. The ball striking is going to be amazing. I think a T20 for Shane Lowry is 1,000% the bet. Because Shane Lowry's top 10 rate, 12%. Top 5 rate, 12%. Top 20 rate, 47%. He's got one of the worst T10 to T20 conversion rates. Only 25% of his top 20s are top 10s. So bet him top 20. His top 40 rate is 53%. So he's only doing top 20s 6% less than top 40s. So Shane Lowry top 20 is the bet. Without even just looking at his metrics. So that would have to be a top 20 bet that comes in at what? To get to 47% is going to be plus 115. No, probably plus 130. Woo, look at me go, baby. All right, we're cooking. We are hitting these lines like that Miami offensive coach from like 4 years ago. Wasn't he doing coke lines off of a stripper's body in the office there a while ago? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Shane Lowry, top 20 bet at plus 115 or better. I think that's the way to go. I don't see him necessarily thriving on the fact that he's going to be making putts. But what he does do well is his accuracy off the tee is impeccable. This is 2024, by the way, 2023. I was taking a look, and Shane Lowry leads the PGA Tour in driving accuracy for the year. He leads the PGA Tour in driving accuracy. I'm certain of it. Where's off the tee? Yeah. Accuracy's at the end. There we go. Accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. Okay, Daniel Berger's got a few more. Colin Morikawa. Where's Shane Lowry at? Oh, maybe there's a few. I bet you there's a few things going on for DP World Tour stuff as well. I'm going to show you. I will prove it to you. Shane Lowry. Davis Riley just beat Keegan Bradley and Scotty Scheffler today. What on earth is going on in this world? Yeah. Shane Lowry hitting 78% of his fairways. %78 of his fairways, ahead of Colin Morikawa, Tommy Fleetwood. So Tommy, isn't that the funny thing? Is Tommy and Shane are going to be dialing it in this week off the tee? I mean, I like their chances. If driving accuracy is important here, I like their chances a lot. I really like their chances, but I don't see them winning this tournament because I don't like the fact that they have to get that far under par. So we're going to have to bet them top 10s or top 20s. We'll bet Tommy top 10. We'll see when we get to him, yeah. All right. So Shane, what are we saying here? Top 20 is the bet if we get decent number. Okay. Sorry, folks. I got off on a tangent there. It's because the chat's getting quiet. Sweet Spot's just the only person speaking to me right now. The rest of you are falling asleep on me. I also need a blanket. So I'm going to get that quickly. My leg is recovering still from the freaking bike accident. Ugh, it's taking forever. I'm getting fat, falling behind in the Kenny Kim challenge. All right. So Shane, top 20. Let's leave him alone. Adam Scott's intriguing. But the thing with Adam Scott is, I think this is the way we want to go for him. I'm thinking like a top 20 bet is the way to go on Adam. He's top 20ing in 44% of his starts, which is very good. Why is this so far like this? Okay. He's doing that in a lot of his starts. So, but the top 10 market used to be the way he was going, but he's kind of dried up there a little bit. Here's your guy, Mike. Adam Scott. Let's pull him up. And Adam on POA, I don't know. What's he like on POA? So this is the funny thing, buddy. Is the thing about Adam Scott is, if you take a look at Adam Scott's comp courses, these shorter golf courses, he actually thrives at. Like these comp courses are Sedgefield. These comp courses are Waialae. He's really good on these easy scoring conditions. Where the more you make, the more birdie putts you have, the easier it is to get up and down. I mean, this is Adam Scott's range. He's just he thrives in these easy scoring condition situations. And if you take a look at his like weighted proximity numbers, he's really good with wedges, which is where you typically see scoring conditions get the lowest. In fact, it's his best bucket. Yeah, dude. This is what you hey man. At least you stand corrected. I respect that, man. That's what you come to the Back Nine Bet Sunday Night Research Show for, is to learn new things. So, but that's what the majority of people think about Adam Scott is. He's this old school blue collar mentality guy. He makes birdies, people, in bunches. Like the easy scoring conditions for Adam, that's where you want to be going to this guy. So top 20s, it's the world we want to be living in for him for sure, because his T10s have dried up a bit. We went on a T10 run here like early, like the waste management, but that's his only T10 so far this year. So T20s, though, on the other hand, it's almost like you want to be betting the guy T40 right now. But I think he cashed the T20 this week. This course in 2019, other than the outlier Rory on Fire played, is one of the hardest courses on the PJ. No, it didn't. Because this course, yeah, dude. Like we've got the scores. The scores were ridiculously good, like ridiculously easy. We had the entire top 10 was 10 under par or better. We had the entire top 5 get to minus 15.6 average. I know if we take Rory out of there and just add this guy, they were averaging 13.6, which is still a very, very doable thing. So, yeah. Adam finished 12th this week. You're right. I see this playing like the Charles Schwab scoring wise. Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, this golf course has not got a lot longer since. And I think we're going to expect accuracy to go with, even though distance doesn't help, the fact that people can hit golf balls further now with a 3-wood versus a driver on the same hole on the forced layup situations, potentially we'll see that. So Adam Scott, T12, beautiful. But like, look at the birdies that he like wasn't repping out birdie after birdie, like played nicely when the scoring conditions were easier yesterday, right? Weren't the conditions the easiest in round 3? I think they were. So I think like that's the thing with Adam is like round 3, the scoring conditions were under par. Every other day they were over par, and I think round 3 was the one round that Adam Scott actually played quite nicely. So that just goes to show even more like this is the world Adam Scott lives in, right? So strokes gained total 22 today, 25 yesterday, but made a lot more birdies. I guess, yeah. So he played nicely all the way across, but he does thrive in these kind of venues from that situation. So I think Adam Scott potentially a T20 again this week. I like it. I think that's the way to go. I don't know what would we bet him at. I think his T20 rate, yeah, it would probably be plus 125 is where we would have to probably get to. So that's Adam Scott's situation. All righty. Akshay, you bet this guy. Look at this T20 market of his. 33% of the time is a top 20. It's been good, and he doesn't really have when you top 20 33% of the time when your top 10 rate is 7. That's impressive. Because how I like to look at this is to try and find an edge in someone's betting profile. And that's why I have these columns, right? I could probably put another one in here between top 10 and top 5, but you want to almost see like a graduated typical profile is someone like this. Let's take a look here. Tommy Fleetwood's is a bit weird. Let's do this person here. This seems pretty normal. All right, so let's do Nikolai Højgaard. His top 5 rate is 6%. His top 10 rate is 11%. Let's say 12%. That's double. His top 20 rate, 22%. That's basically double 11. It's basically 4 times his top 5 rate. Then you go from your top 20 to your top 40. That also needs to be double. So 22% times 2 is 44. It's like basically 50%. That's a pretty standard graduation of finishing positions. If you take a look at, like, for instance, let's go like Sam Burns. This is fun because you don't want to bet Sam Burns top 5 because he's doing it 5% of the time. But Sam Burns finishing top 10, he does that 25% of the time. So that's 5 times his top 5 rate. So that's why. And then you see his top 20 rate is 2 times his top 10 rate. So that's how that works. So you can see instantly when you want to bet someone's specific range. Like Corey Connors. He's got a few top 5s here and there, but he doesn't have any top 5s actually. But his top 20 market's profitable, but he was lost you $306 in the top 5 market. So you got to know which guys you're looking at to bet. And you can get this stuff is available to you in my model each week, by the way. So other than Rory's minus 22 in 2019, the median score over 4 rounds was plus 2, make it one of the harder non-major courses events in 2019. Now that's relative to the field. Okay, sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think I just think they're going to score this week. That's just my opinion. I think it's going to be easier scoring conditions. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Let's talk about Akshay. 109 minutes in here. So Akshay top 20 rates, amazing, right? Like that's the thing. It's the way to bet him. He's top 20. Like when he's top 10ing, it's only 1 in every 4 times he's doing a top 20. Does he top 10? So that's exactly what you want, is to find guys like this and then go to his top 20 rate. But his numbers could be potentially skewed because of his recent win. I don't know what's going to go on there. We know that Akshay can putt, so that's good to see. The irons have been good. The drive is solid. Yes, he's not the greatest on these shorter courses, but he doesn't have the greatest track record or the sample size. His weighted proximity numbers are going to be good. That's good to see. We're looking at Akshay over here. He's very good from 150 to 200. That's his range. That's his range for sure. So we're going to see what had yeah. But he made the cut, right? Did he make the cut? Nope, he did not. All right. So yeah, it is what it is, right? That's the thing. Just didn't get it together at this golf course. I don't know if this course suits him at all. Maybe this one that we're going to now does. I like Colonial for a good fit for him. We don't know what's going to go there. So yeah, I don't mind Akshay at all. I don't mind him whatsoever. I think he's been doing some stuff, folks. Now, these guys after wins are always interesting. He really hasn't shown us much since. T35 at the Masters was actually a very impressive result. And top 20 at RBC Heritage, then 42nd the Wells Fargo, missed the cut at his last two cuts. Yeah, so I think a top 20 bet on him isn't the worst thing in the world. It is what it is. He's missed two cuts in a row. I think a golf course like this suits his game. He's pretty accurate off the tee for the most part. Not really lately. Getting better. Yeah. So, I know. And sometimes the Canadians play well in Texas. So maybe the guys that have played well in Texas can play well in Canada. I don't know. Someone was asking what's going on with Connors. We'll get to him here next. But if you take a look at Akshay's track record, Pat brought this up and the numbers back it up. Like RBC Heritage, top 20, top 20, top 20, top 20, top 20, top 20, top 20. Like this guy's just been top 20. And then, okay, let's go look at all these other cuts. The American Express, miscut. T35, 42nd miscut. Like it's either top 20 or doesn't matter. So I think a top 20 bet on Akshay is definitely the way to go. I think we can expect some really impressive numbers from him going forward. The putter comes and goes. I think I would not be shocked if he goes ahead and contends this week because we've seen with the putter, but he went way deep there, and he can go deep with the irons, he can go deep with the putter, he can do it. So I like a top 20 bet on Akshay. We still really haven't found another another outright yet. It's still just Sahith really. So Akshay, we're going to go with a top 20. He does that at a 33% clip. So you basically want to do it at plus 200 probably. Okay. Boom. Boom chakalaka. I can set these lines, baby. All right. So Corey Connors, who asked what's up with Connors? Corey Connors just doesn't have the upside you're looking for from somebody. And I don't. And if this gets to minus 15 again, and C-May, what we've learned, what we've seen is what am I trying to say? Yeah. Corey Connors Profitable in the top 20 market, but not anywhere near the top 10s or the top 5s. Does not have a top 5 in the last 12 months. That's not good. That is not good. It's not good at all. So if we're expecting someone to go low, I mean, he's leading the field in approach. He's amazing on ball striking. We can expect good things from him, but he doesn't do well on these easy courses. 36th is fine. But I think a top 20, and also it's the Canadian Open. He's never really, I don't think Corey's done well in the Canadian Opens in the past. So he's played better lately, which is exciting to see. I think a top 20 bet for Corey was going to be the way to go, because then you can get Corey for a top 20 for sure. His short game, his putting has always been crap. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And then look at this. Like, what is this? So I think a top 20 bet on Corey Conners is the way to go. I mean, wow. It's just this consistent ball striking masterclass right now that's just getting completely nuked by shitty ass short game. That's disgusting, Corey. That is disgusting, man. Oh, he quintuple bogeyed Akshay? Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, it's one round. It's fine. Was putting with a live snake in his hands at the PGA Championship. Yeah. Byron, I'm trying to become the pivot master, eyeing good pivots. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Like, we can find that. We can easily find that for you. But pivots are all about price as well, Phil. So it's hard to find good pivots, until the prices come out. Because you never really like pivoting on like the betting side of things doesn't make sense. You just bet a bet or you don't. You don't really pivot to someone. There's like no game theory, so to speak. All right, so Corey Conners, we spoke about him already, right, for a little bit. So we got into him at about 105. It's just been a barrage of bullshit. It's been bad. Like, just look at this red. It's consistently bad. So I think, top 20 bet for him is not the worst bet in the world. What is his bettings? What have his top 20 bets been coming in at? Corey Conners. Okay, so at the RBC, let's see, like the Valero plus 115, that's fine. The Arnold, the Players plus 200, the Cognizant plus 175, the Sony plus 220, plus 137. So yeah, RBC Heritage plus 120, that was in a smaller field. Wells Fargo plus 150, also smaller, 70-man field though. Okay, so yeah, Corey Conners, I think we're going to look for a top 20 bet for him. I think the way to go to Conners is in the top 20 market because he's doing it 36% of the time in his last 22 events. So that's going to be roughly plus 210 that we're going to need, but we're not going to get that at all. That's the thing. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Is like we're not going to get these nice numbers on these Canadians because they're gonna be hometown heroes, and everyone's going to want to bet them. So maybe like there's potential matchups you can find against Canadians that might be overly priced, but yeah. Corey, come on, buddy. Let's get you, like plus 190 maybe in that range. So yeah. I don't know. We won't really chat too much about that. Tommy Fleetwood, top 10, send. Let's go. This is the bet. You bet Tommy Fleetwood in the top 10 market. Because he does it 44% of the time. He does a top 20, 50% of the time. So, I mean, 89% of his top 20s are top 10s. That's why this column is to show you, okay, bet the top 10 versus the top 20. Just do it. Just do it. Because why? Why would you want to bet a top 20 that you're only going to get, it's only happening 6% more than top 10, and your top 20 odds are going to be half, basically. So bet the top 10. You're likely going to get plus 150, maybe plus 200 for Tommy. What's Tommy been coming in for the top 10 market, yeah? Because he's just been doing this thing. He almost got us a top 10 at the Wells Fargo, sucked it up a little bit there on the final 2 holes. But at like crappier events, at the Valero, plus 320 for a top 10. I think we cashed. Did it pay in full? Yeah, he did. Like, what are we doing at the Valero at plus 320? Then plus 160 at the RBC Heritage smaller field. Plus 225 at a smaller Wells Fargo. Plus 320 at the PGA Championship. So we haven't cashed any of those bets lately, but he cashed in that top 10 at the Genesis. So I can see him at RBC Canadian that rewards good accuracy off the tee. His putting hasn't been terrible this year. It's not amazing. It's not going to win him the tournament, but it's going to help him get up there. We have discussed he's not the best on these easy scoring conditions, but if it does get like our man Sime saying, like maybe it plays a bit more difficult, the more like if it plays in this medium range, that's where Tommy Fleetwood will thrive. So top 10 for sure. If we can get plus 150 or better, that's amazing for a top 10. Like he's basically doing it every other start over the last little while. So yeah, plus 150 for a top 10 for Tommy, I think is definitely fair. And we could maybe expect a bit better numbers, maybe plus 200 when they do drop, which would be cool. That would be cool. All right. So Tommy Fleetwood, we're going to have to chat about Tommy Fleetwood twice. I spoke about him already and again. So let's just make Tommy Fleetwood the situation here. Oh, let's do it. Okay. So trivia time, baby. What were we thinking? Next up, let's do Canadians. Let's do something to do with the Canadians. Let's go with which Canadian in this field has been the most profitable across let's just go with which Canadian in this field has been the most profitable top 10 bet this year. That's such a terrible question because, we just, but it was a layup, a fastball, hit it out the park, Mike. I'd imagine that that's the right answer, but who the heck knows? I'll do another one as well. Congrats, Mike. Let's do a different. Let's like the engagement on that's going to be horrific. Let's just confirm that it is Nick Taylor. Oh, that was the other question I was going to ask. Um, where the hell's Nick Taylor at? On here. Nick Taylor's actually lost money in the top 10 market, by the way. So yeah, he's lost you money in the top 10 market as Nick Taylor. So the competition actually still stands. It is not Nick Taylor. Sorry, Mike. I thought I would have said it's Nick Taylor as well. So which Canadian has returned the most money in the top 10 market? Mike's out. He said Nick Taylor. It's not Nick Taylor. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not overlooking someone here. The last 12 months. The last 12 months. Wow. This is kind of crazy to see. We've got Taylor Pendrith. Starts with a P, but forgot his name. Hadwin and Pendrith. So let's take a look here. So here's the top 10 returns for the year, the last 12 months. The first Canadian I see is Adam Hadwin. Then I see Taylor Pendrith. Adam Hadwin, Taylor Pendrith, right over here. Adam Hadwin's been low key really impressive. Let's chat about him since we're doing this. So congrats to Sweet Spot on that situation. I know Sweet Spot and I are good friends, so I do appreciate him always getting in the mixture, but I'm assuming he'll nominate Phil as his guy because I think that makes a lot of sense. Oh God, it's not you. It's face value. Duh. I had it in my head that it was Pendrith because I was going from the bottom up and totally forgot I saw Hadwin. My bad. So face value, congrats. Don't take what I say at face value. There's always stuff wrong there. Please send me a DM on X so that I can send you the model when I have a shot at that. Beautiful. Okay. Let's keep going here. So let's chat about Adam Hadwin. I did not realize he's been repping out that many good results. That's really impressive. That's really impressive. Also, I'm going to go grab another beer quickly. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pull up Adam Hadwin's stats here, though, before I do that. Well, you know what? computer is taking a hot minute. So enjoy Corey Connors' situation. Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds. All righty. So congrats to Face Value on getting the model. By the way, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. This is your usual. Boom. Boom. Hand. Thumb. Underneath. Then you just pivot. Boom. Like that. Easy peasy. If you've got 2 bottles, you've always got a bottle opener. Happy 3rd hour of the Sunday night research stream, folks. Love you all. My fridge is like 15 yards from my house. 15 steps. Oh. What up, girl? What up, Phoebes? Phoebe's in the house. Phoebe's in the house. All right. Phoebe's in the house. I've got the cam waiting. Hour 3. She's showing up there. She's showing up. Phoebe! Phoebe Phoebes. You're doing such a good job. Yes, you are. Awesome stuff. All right. So let's see if the computer's working yet. Yes, we can click some buttons finally. Tommy. Did we do Tommy? We've already done. Dog only here for the long shots. Yeah. You guys. Didn't you see Byron sprinting? Like, I should have a French cam as well. Cut her some slack. It's holiday weekend. I know. She's hanging out. Phoebe's hanging out. Ernie's also got his own chair, but it's not within range of the thing. All right. Who were we talking about? Hadwin. That's who we were trying to chat about. Because we didn't realize Adam Hadwin's been absolutely repping out freaking top situations, yeah, top 10s. I'm so happy. Do we like it like that? Or do we like it like oh boy. Like this or like this? Like this or like this? In the box or out the box? Smaller screen with me on the sides or bigger screen with me in the boxes? Adam Hadwin. Finished 6th year last year. Oh boy, maybe are we going to bet Adam Hadwin top 10? So he finished 6th year last year. In 2019. That worked out. Outside. Yeah, I think I like it outside as well. It's just cleaner. And you can see a bit of my logo and all that stuff too. So cool. I like it outside. I'll listen to you, Mike. Cash me outside, baby. All right. So we love Hadwin at this golf course. Obviously finished 6th year. Hasn't really shown us much since the Valspar. Another comp course, though. Shittier field. Putted nicely, apparently. Very nicely, so to say. Gained 6 strokes putting. At the Valspar. Then played nicely at the Genesis. Played nicely at the American Express. So we've got those 3 top 10s. And that's pretty much... Oh, we got... 3. Bad, Byron. Mike, have you ever seen bad Byron's butt rub? It's a barbecue seasoning. There's a legitimate. I got given it as a gift once, and it's now a recurring gift because I go through it. I use it for all my barbecue stuff. Bad Byron's butt rub. It's good stuff. You should check it out sometime. Hadwin taking the tackle off 18 was that was the best moment, man. That was so much freaking fun. But like, yeah, it's an Iowa thing, Mike. It's an Iowa thing. I think they got it somewhere in like the Amana colonies or something. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe if you win a contest, I'll send you some bad Byron's butt rub. But so yeah, Adam Hadwin. So we've got it's just basically those three top fives, top sixes that he's got. So I think a top 10 bet for him, potentially a top 10, top 5 situation, because we could see some nice numbers on him for sure. I don't imagine we're gonna get the worst numbers ever. Yeah, plus 600, plus 550, plus 900, plus 550, plus 450, plus 450 in these smaller events, plus 450 at the Sony. So top 10s. And then what? Where are the ones that paid? Yeah. So he cashed in on a plus 450, a 550, and a plus 400. So he's been doing good stuff. I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. For a top 10, his top 5 market has also been fantastic. So maybe we do a bit of a top 10, top 5 stack. Top plus 500 for top 10. And then probably going to get plus 850, plus 900 for a top 5. Yeah. A little butt rub makes everything better, dude. Yeah, it does. It's good. It's good barbecue seasoning too. Bad Byron's butt rub. It's good stuff. Maybe at the top of the hour, I'll Wile E. Coyote to the kitchen and see if I can find if we have some. I don't know. But Adam Hadwin, what time did we start speaking about this guy? 132 minutes in? I don't know. Oh, well. But yeah, T5, T10. I mean, look at this T5 market. It's been crushing for him last 12 months. The winning market, not so much, but he's been pretty solid across most markets. Like he's actually, I guess his pricing has been pretty good because, wow, his top 5 rate is pretty solid. 17%. Yeah, we've got 3 of 23. That's pretty close. 4 of yeah. And that's 23. That goes back into 2023. We were just looking at 2024's stuff. So a lot to like from Hadwin. We like that he played well last time. And he's one of the guys that's Canadian. So maybe we can get a good number on him. Cool. I like it. So let's go with, say, 5 plus 500 over there. I would imagine that checks our box for some raw edging. Use that as a phrase carefully. Raw edging. Carried locally at Ace Hardware. Yes. Yes, baby. All right. So since we were doing the 2 Canadians, let's go to Taylor Pendrith from here. Let's go 139 on the money and take a quick peek at Taylor Pendrith. Top 10 markets looking good for him. We'd likely want to do that. He's doing the top 10 in like 1 of every 4 starts, 25% of the time. That's good to see. And it's you want to bet him top 10 versus top 20. That's how you want to go with Taylor Pendrith. I don't know if this course suits him, but he's also thrived on these shorter venues too. Wouldn't it be cool if another Canadian wins this thing and Pendrith wins back to wins another tournament? So putting great, which is good. I like that he's putting nicely. Excuse me. Woo, we're back. All right. I like that it's a putting venue. I mean, look at what this putter's been up to. If you take a look at the last little while, that goes back to, say, let's go Texas Children's Houston. Gaining 0.6 strokes with the putter, and that's after losing 3 at the PGA. 0.8 gaining with the putter. If you take away his worst round at the PGA Championship. Approach play's been dialing it up nicely. That's not the place we're looking for yet. And then he can absolutely tear it up off the tee on these shorter courses, I think. I think he's really good on these shorter courses driving the golf ball. Yeah. Look here. He's 28th in strokes gained on these shorter courses. So there's a lot to like from Taylor Pendrith's situation. He's doing a lot of good stuff. The putting being one of his best attributes right now is very exciting. He drives the ball really well on these shorter golf courses. What he didn't play in the 2019 one. We've got top 10. Yeah, we're going to bet this guy top 10. We've got the 2 Canadians. Maybe I'll make that my bubble last bet on the Fantasy Golf Degenerate show. Just 2 top 10s for the 2 Canadians. Just take a shot at them. They're both playing nicely. And they top 10 like beasts. They top 10 like beasts, man. So I think another top 10 is on the cards for this guy. And we'll probably get much better odds for him too. T10's like 25% of the time. Cool. Love Taylor Pendrith this week. What does his irons look like from a proximity number situation? Not the greatest. He's not a good wedge play. He's a good long iron guy, which makes sense for the club down courses. So, it is what it is. He's playing nicely though. Yeah, the irons. It is what it is. And we've seen it. This golf course isn't going to reward you. I mean, he won at TPC Craig Ranch, gaining half a stroke on approach. So that's what you're going to get. Like that's if you're going to win like that, you win like that. Good for you. Half a stroke on approach to win. Oh, what are the chances? That's incredible. But I like a top 10 for him again. It seems like he's healthy again. And I think that's the problem, is he wasn't healthy for a while. President's Cup slots could be a motivator this week for the Who was I? Someone was chatting to me about it's currently Corey Connors and Nick Taylor, I think, as the two. Because it's Corey Connors and Adam Hadwin and Nick Taylor. I think those 3 are going at it, And Taylor Pendrith, after winning, that changes the whole dynamic. Because now it has to be Nick Taylor and Pendrith, right? Almost. I don't know. That's it. You know what? Let's look it up. Do we have President's Cup odds somewhere? I don't think we do. Okay. We were about to go down a deep and dark wormhole there. But Taylor Pendrith for a top 10 consideration for sure. I don't know why I've also got random colors in here from a while ago. I need to change my color coding. Come on now, baby. Let's go. Since I've gone to the kitchen, this whole well, I guess right before the kitchen, it's like the computer's frozen up on me. Or is it because I've got this piece of shit website running in the background as well. That PGA Tour website is like a CPU hoarder. Okay. We're getting there, folks. We are getting there slowly. Slowly. This usually means we're close. We've been fine for the most part too. So far we got what? We're kind of thinking Sahith. Maybe a bit of Sam Burns if we catch a rogue number on him. But that's about it. So far that we maybe Alejandro Tosti as the number one guy in our model. Tommy Fleet, we like the placement widths. We got some nice placements. But that's about it so far. That's about it so far. Kevin Yu, we'll just go back to him for a top 10 bet, as always. We always go there. USA minus 220 international plus, yeah. I bet the minus 220 already. Like, that's gonna get worse, I think. The USA team is so much better than the international team. It's just so much better. Okay, Kevin Yu to finish inside the top 10 at another golf course that's short. If we'll get him at plus 800, plus 900 again, I'll take it. He finishes inside the top 10 at a ridiculous rate, 17% of the time. It's just what he does. I don't know why. I don't know how, but he does do it. It's incredible. It's incredible. All right, so another Canadian. Let's go Mackenzie Hughes for 147 minutes. I'm going to take another sip of my XL Ruthie. Mackenzie Hughes for a top 5. Definitely on the cards. 8% of the time he's finishing inside the top 5. 15% of the time he's inside the top 10. And you see, this is the situation again, yeah. So it goes from 15% to only 19% for top 20s. So he's an upside kind of guy. I like the top 10. It gives you a bit more of a hit rate. And it seems like it graduates nicely with the top 5. So you're not missing out on upside there. It's either that or a top 40. But I think I'd lean the top 10 because, you know, that's just the way we've been betting these guys. And he's 12th in the model. So top 10 is not that far off from his rate. And in fact, his top 5 has returned a decent chunk of cash the last little while. So maybe this is another, like, geez, we're going to be betting these Canadians top 10s, eh? Eh? We're going to be betting these Canadians, eh? Okie dokie. So, yeah. Maybe we bet him top 10, but what has he even been up to? I know he played well, yeah, when he played at this golf course the first time, but that was when he was, like, short. I think he's picked up distance and like, just nukes it off the planet now. T3 at the Valspar. Chipped and putted his way to a very good situation there. Okie dokie. Come on now. Ooh. So as of May 5th, it was Nick Taylor and Adam Hadwin in. 6 in the top 20. 6 in the top 20. What do you mean? There's 6 Canadians in the top 20? No. So yeah, in 2019, Hughes finished 14th. Didn't putt nearly as well as we hoped, but off the tee, it was very nice. You're not going to see these accuracy numbers from him again. 63% of the fairways hit. His last little while, I guess, we're kind of up there. So not terrible, but it's all putter, which for him is good. You know, like that's the thing is putting. If anyone can do it, Mackenzie Hughes can putt, boys and girls. The iron play is kind of shitty, but it spikes here and there every now and then. I think he can definitely. I think he can putt. The drive has been fine. You know, it's not like been terrible the last little while. So if we take a look at Mackenzie, I'm contemplating betting this guy outright as a long shot. Mackenzie Hughes has gained the 5th most total strokes the last little while, courtesy of his 6th at the Wells Fargo, 3rd at the Valspar. So he's been like flirting with these top of the boards. Mackenzie Hughes. So we got. Is that OWGR? What is number 4? Is that oh, is that President's Cup? Are we talking about President's Cup? I thought I'm for some reason thinking Olympics. So we got Nick Taylor as the. Let's pull it up. I'll pull it up right now. President's Cup. Standings menu. What is this here? Standings. So Hideki, Jason Day, Benny On, Tom Kim, Nick Taylor, number 5 right now. Sungjae, Minwoo, Siwoo, Corey, number 9. Hadwin, number 11. Pendrith, number 13. Mackenzie, number 18. Wow. That is also Alejandro Tosti, 25. I love that. I mean, that's Corey Connors being that high up for not having a top 5 is phenomenal. Shout out designated events, probably. Yeah, Adam Hadwin. I wonder what the odds are for Adam Hadwin to make it in there, because I fancy Hadwin's chances this week. And the way Hadwin plays golf, I think we can expect him to get a few more top 5s than Corey Connors. Mackenzie Hughes. I love this putter. I think this is what I'm kind of falling in love with here, but what does his short game situation look like? Yeah, I mean, the putting has been so good the last little while. His weighted good shots is his best. He's really good with the wedge. Top 20 is in good shot rates. That's good. And then it gets bad from then on out. So he's going to have to take advantage of the wedges. But he can putt, and it's in Canada, and it's Mackenzie Hughes. What has Mackenzie Hughes been coming in for outrights the last little while? Oh, guys. Whoop. There we go. Happy Sunday night. I don't have work tomorrow, so hell freaking yes. Cheers to you guys. Let's go. Toasty, number 1 in yards. Here's a toast to Toasty. All right, let's get back into business here. Back to business. So Adam Hadwin to win the last little while. We was looking for a top 10. I don't know if I... this is a... Exile Ruthie. Very good. Very tasty. It's an Iowa beer. Us Iowa people, we love our beers. Exile Ruthies are good, dude. It's one of the smoothest beers. Like, you can drink a million of these things. You can drink a million of them. So Adam Hadwin has been like 25. He was 250 to 1 to win the PGA Championship. So he's like going to come in with reasonable odds, I would imagine. You're probably going to See Adam Hadwin around 50-1, which is exciting for his top 10 number. I like that. We were looking at Mackenzie Hughes, who's also been coming in at ridiculous numbers. The Mexico Open, he comes in at 45-1. The Texas Children's Open comes in at 55-1. So we're going to see Mackenzie Hughes at likely a 50-1 number. At a golf course that you're going to have to putt really well at. If we get Mackenzie Hughes, give me a 70-1, and I am in for an outright. I would probably also go top 5 market for Mackenzie as well. I'd probably also do that even if he's like 50-1. I think his upside odds are going to be nice. High alcohol content. What is the alcohol content for this? 4.9%. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. But I can put him away. Phil calling it now. Going to come in first this week, GPP. Hell yes, Phil. All right. Give us your reasoning why. Who's your guys? And should we'll do a little I'm like struggling to really get research done. I mean, how many we've done? What? 12 guys. And I'm just taking forever to get through, but I guess we got a few guys down here too. But you got heavy Canadians. I mean, the Canadians, they showing up. I don't know if they're all going to show up at the same time, but we've seen some love. I think if you do heavy Canadians minus Connors, I don't mind it. Saw pics of Hamilton GC from EPAT. Ooh, nice, dude. Oh, but Myron, talk dirty to me, baby. Ooh, lightning round requests. Yes, that's exactly what I need. Dude, let's go. Cool. Let's rock and roll. We'll do lightning. Let's do it. I'm down. But guys that haven't been, I'll just remove the guys that are available. All right, people, bring the lightning round requests. I love that. That's exactly what I needed. All right, so we're going to just do the blanks. So whatever's on the screen is available. Lightning round requests. Let's go. First click tomorrow. So is a guy that doesn't win. So Alex Noren. Yes. Alex Noren, 24th in the model. Bet Alex Noren top 20. Top 20 at a 36% clip or top 40. I don't know in this field if you're going to want that 40 number. I like another top 20 for Alex Noren. Let's go. Alex Noren, top 20 bet for sure. Playing too good a golf right now, but the upside's just lacking. If you take a look at what he's been up to in the last little while, it's just, as well as he's been playing, you're just not seeing the repeated success. The third at the CJ Cup was good, but, look at this incredible golf, but it's all like ninth and worse. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consecutive tournaments where he's finished 24th or better, but only 1 third place finish. So T20, Alex Noren. 168, 158. Cockerel. Let's do Cockerel. New notes. Alex T20. Where is the upside? Okay. Let's go Cockerel. Aaron Cockerel. Boom, boom, boom. Aaron Cockerel hasn't got much to write home about. I think he's what, that Canadian. He's a Canadian. Is that why? So Cockerell's last few starts really hasn't gained strokes since Bahrain. It's not been the greatest, but prior to that, had some really good results. But that's it. He found some inspiration around Christmas, and that was it for him. Even though he's a Canadian, I think he's going to be popular. I don't know if I want to do Aaron Cockerell. So sorry, Mike, out on Aaron Cockerell. Yes, TDAC T20 is the play for Alex Noren. That's the way to bet him. Dylan Hu, long shot. LMAO. Dylan Hu. Let's pull them both up. I don't even know if Dylan Hu's a long shot. And Dylan Hu, by the way, is a top 40 guy. If you're looking for a Dylan Hu bet, top 40 is the way to go. Because he does that at a 38% clip quite often. So I would bet Dylan Hu top 40 at plus 175 if we get that kind of a number. I think you need around about plus 150 or so, yeah. So plus 175 for Dylan Hu top 40 is somewhere I would look at for that. That was at 160, right? Who else we got next? Winning score. Winning score range. I expect resistance this time as Rory destroyed this course. Yes, but they've only added like 150 extra yards. There's only been like 30 or 40 extra yards on like 3 or 4 holes. I think they're going to get absolutely, this course is going to get waxed, in my opinion. But that's just me. Let's take a look here quickly. If we pull up, where are they playing? Hamilton. Hamilton, golf, and that's Glendale. I'm looking for Hamilton. Where are they playing this thing? Hamilton. There we go. Okay. Wow, they got some serious wind going on right now. So here it is. What's the weather look like? I mean, the weather looks good on Thursday, looks good on Friday, looks good on Saturday. I mean, the wind doesn't look like it's picked up at all. I think we're going to be fine. I think they're going to tear this course up. These short courses just don't stand a chance against this PGA Tour. They played here 5 years ago, dude. 2019 is a long time ago. The analytics and the technology just got so much better since. So yeah. Dylan Wu top 40. Okay. Myron asked about that. Hamilton Golf and Country Club. Guy who actually doesn't win tournaments. Cameron Young. Yeah. Cockerell is not bad. He always popping on DP. Yeah. He had that like kind of stint there for a little while. All right. If this is going to be weather, then ball strikers, great putters for week long and showdown. Yeah. Well, we noticed for the previous 2019 edition of this, the iron play is not that important. It's mainly putters, which is why I think you got to be good. That's why they're going to score low, because someone's going to get hot with the putter. That's just what's going to happen. Rory's shooting -9, maybe not, but I think that's the way to go. All right. Any more other requests? Feel free to throw those through. We'll probably call it a day in the next maybe hour 15 or so. We'll try and knock out a few more. Yeah. Nikolai Højgaard. Played nicely. He plays nicely in majors, and that's it. This is what he does. Hoey. Okay, we'll pull him up here after this. But like Højgaard is just like, I don't know. He's just not doing it on the PGA Tour right now. Look at this. His best finishes have been the Masters and the PGA Championship since Mexico. He showed up and played nicely, and then it's just been poor for Højgaard since. So, like, he's just red, in my opinion. You wanted. Oh, we got some more requests coming in. I love it. When are we going to get the PGA Tour to go to South Africa? Well, they go. The DP World Tour goes every now and then. I don't know. I would love it. I would love it if they did. Let's pull up Rico Hoey. Also, like, what is? Oh, I think we're missing. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. All right. Then I'm going to fix this quickly. This computer was doing fine, and now it's gone south on me. But we're back in business now. So Rico Hoey's coming up once I get this ranking figured out. Yeah. Russell Knox is upside. Not good. Okay. Got it. Rico Hoey. I don't know. At this kind of a golf course, it's interesting because he's not really. I'd expect him to like really thrive at a ball striker's paradise. Maybe. Let's see what his situation is. Here's Hoey. T20s. He's got a few. He's got one T20 basically in his last 9 starts. Doesn't feature in the top 50 in strokes gained, top 150. Yeah, Max Homer's last win was in South Africa. Hoey. Valero, T14, Valspar, T54. So he's starting to see a few bright spots. The driver's always going to be good. I mean, the guy's got tons of distance, so he's always going to be gaining. The irons are coming and going. I mean, the guy, we know how good of a ball striker he is. Yeah, I mean, that Valero, that's a good start, but that's a bit more of a difficult venue. The T14 only shooting 69 is your best round. Maybe that's, that seems like a ball striker's test to me a bit more than what we're going to get this week. So I think I'm out on him. Maybe. I don't know. How would we get exposure to this guy? Because maybe just bet him top 20. You can potentially do that, Mike, if you want. I think that's the way to go for him, maybe, is betting him top 20. Okay. EVR. Let's go. Okay. Van Rooyen. And we'll keep this I will just keep doing this kind of lightning round style. I kind of like that idea. If the computer obliges. If the computer obliges. So EVR is all about the upside. Top 5s, top 10 market, that's where you want to go. Particularly, I'd say, that top 10 market. Maybe. Played well here, I guess, in 2019. What has he been up to? There's lots of green and red. Splotchy, splatchy, plitchy. I like EVR. Ooh, T20 last year or last time they played at this golf course. Drove it pretty well. Wow. Drove it really well. Hit a lot of fairways. Impressive. That was in 2019. That's not what EVR is now, but yeah, I don't know about this kind of a golf course. I don't know. His game is like all over the place right now as well, but he is also playing in these big boy events. But really, outside of the Cognizant, we haven't seen much since. So there's not a lot that I'm excited about for him. Where's the model got my boy? Where do we have him? Come on now. Paul Barjon. Interesting. Yep. 18th in the model. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about EVR. He's fine. I think maybe I don't have that much to say about him. So sorry, bud. He's just there. Barjon. Paul Barjon hasn't got a top 20. He's got a top 40. I guess. Who's asking this? Phil, what are you looking to do with Paul Barjon? There's not a market you can bet him in that's been profitable. Your investment's going to be minimal, really, at the end of the day, as well. He just really hasn't brought the heat at all. Okay, for DraftKings, sure. I guess he's played well, yeah, especially over the weekend when Nice played some good golf. But it's not been good, bud. The last little while is what about him is intriguing to you? Because it's not looking good at all. Like it's not looking good at all. We haven't had a made cut since the American Express, my man, and that's been his only. So no. I need this is my next level of streaming. Is I need like like Nickelodeon, they have the goo and stuff. When someone like requests a deep dive about someone that is like really bad, I need to be able to like pull a lever and then just like stuff goes everywhere. Or I need sound effects, Darbo. That's what I need. Next stream, we're gonna have sound effects. So yeah, no. Can you hear that? I don't know. Sounds like says I'm feeding the ducks, apparently. There goes your engagement. I told you I'm trying to be the king of pivot. Yeah. No, but that's not a pivot. That's not good. That I can't hear it. But there's random sound effects and stuff I can add over here. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Paul Barjon, what is Paul Barjon doing? Phil, what have you done to us? Yeah, what have you done to us? All right. Alrighty. Let's get back to some other guys up top here. Luke List at a putting contest. Some may say it's crazy. Some may say it's a top 20 waiting to happen. Some may say it's a top 48 waiting to happen. Let's take a look under the Luke List hood. Luke List, T2 at the Genesis, out of nowhere, had one of the best putting performances of his life, like incredibly good, and then hasn't really done anything since. So, this is an easy no. This is an easy no. Let's do Andrew Novak. From no to Novak. I prefer this guy. He was in one of my best. He was in a lineup that cashed in a 5 for 6 situation. He was the 6th guy that didn't show up. If he showed up this week, I had a lineup, Darbo. I had a lineup, man. I had a lineup that had Andrew Novak in that was sexy, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Which one was it? Where are you? But we're going to pull up Novak, yeah. All right. Paul Barjon, all that stuff. I don't think you. I don't think you're ready for my next one. Phil, I want to hear this. I want to hear this. So Andrew Novak got off to that really good start there around the Cognizant, the Mexico, started rattling off some top 10s. Look at this. Look at this consistency we've got from this guy. CJ Cup, T30, T58, T53, T17, miscut at the Players. He's only miscut in a while. T8, T9. Then all of a sudden, I go and put him in a lineup this week, and we missed the cut. Yeah, I can, we can get to Adrian de Shot. I think I put all the lineups I created for you in the mini max before the cut. There was a couple inside the top. Yeah. Well, I had in my player pool, I had Colin, I had Tony, I had Brian Harmon. So that's why they would have been in there. Or did I do Colin and freaking had Grayson Murray in some of my player pools, dude? Like wild stuff. But yeah, I mean, look at this consistency from Andrew Novak. And then he goes and misses the cut for me this week. Like, oh my God. So we'll go back to him again. I kind of like where his game's been going. We're just looking for this like approach play. It's like he has really good days. We're just waiting for them all to happen in like the same week. So yeah. Kawa Harmon lineups for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Kawa's doing some good stuff, but Jesus, dude, just that 1-9 ruined his chances yesterday. That front 9 on Saturday ruined his chances. All right, so Andrew Novak, Bojack Novak, top 10, top 20 bets for sure. But he's turned into like a top 40 guy. If you take a look at this kind of like last little while, more like a top 40 guy. But I don't know. I don't know what he's up to. So we'll kind of just hang tight on him, but we'll see. All right. So my main man Phil wanted Adrian Dumont de Shot. All right. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve here. And then we'll do another giveaway. We'll figure out some fun stuff after this guy. It's not been good, dude. It's not been good. So the chances are going to be very slim that I give you anything exciting about this guy. So you're going to have to send another name across. We're going to have to find you someone. But we will find you. What I'm also going to do potentially is I'll do another research stream tomorrow. Okay, so we've got a T30 at the Byron Nelson. And that's about it. Like we haven't got much since then, but maybe he's turned the corner. The iron play looked really good for 3 days straight. We haven't really seen that on the tour yet. I'm assuming this guy's very good at golf. So that was good to see him actually start finding his groove a little bit. So, dude, if you're looking for a potential pivot situation, maybe take a gamble on this guy. He's going to be dead min. He's going to be min ass price. Like, he's going to be so freaking cheap. So I think you can definitely go to this guy. He's apparently on the Corn Ferry starts. He played nicely. See his price. If it's close to deadman, I would take a gamble on him. Especially in big contests. Like if you're going into a massive competition, see what happens there. But can't say I'm like overly thrilled about him. All right, so let's do another giveaway here. All right, so how many top 20s does Mark Hubbard have in what is the square root of Adam's pi? That's hilarious. That's so freaking funny. Okay. How many top 20s does Mark Hubbard have this year? 2024. No cheating. You got to guess. You can't look it up. How many top 20s does Mark Hubbard have this year? I will give you a clue that he's profitable in that market. Mark is profitable in that market. So we got Phoebe says 2. Sweet Spot says 4. Phil says 6. 82. We've got Phil saying 6. And Phil, by the way, man, this is what this show's about, is me just doing my stuff, looking for guys I'm trying to bet, and then also helping you guys out. Like, sometimes I don't get into this stuff, and then I'll have to, like, do this shit in the morning. Getting on the show to do this, if I'm helping other people while also preparing for the week better, getting a few extra views. I think the Sunday Night Research show is the one that's got the most traction out of everything. So, yeah, it's my best show. Kind of funny. And laughing at definitely laughing at your suggestions. Phil's come in with some absolute gems. All right, so Mark Hubbard, let's do his top 20 situation here. The reason I say this is because his T20 rate is really been frustrating me lately. So since the Sony Open, 1, a T20 at the Farmers Insurance, a T4 at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, so that's 2. And then it's 3 if you count the Zurich. But that's it. So technically it's 2 individual top 20s. He's got a third. So we got Mike saying 3.14. I feel like that's the answer. He also then did say 2, which I think is actually closer to the answer, in my opinion. So Mike, I don't know if you have you've got X as well. So I'll send you. But the whole point about this is you got to send me the DM because I'm not going to remember. So you got to remind me. So congrats, Mike. 2. But this is the thing I'm getting on about. Look at Mark Hubbard's situation. Like, we were rattling off these, like, if you take a look at 2023, we were going T20, 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 T20. That's why, like, he's got so many top 20s in his current last little while. What I need to do with my model next, and probably soon, is change this to the last year and now 2024 and average them out, because this is misleading us. This T20 historically for Mark Hubbard is really good. He's doing it like 3 out of every 10 starts. But if you take a look at what Mark Hubbard's done the last little while, he was second at the PGA Championship at one point and finished T26. He gained across all departments and finished T26. He, at the Valero, like crushed it, gain, T25. Like we haven't had a T20 from him since Pebble Beach. And I love Mark Hubbard and I love his approach game. Like, look at these approach numbers. But when he has these spike, like he's wasting these spike approach numbers. Like he's gaining 10 strokes on approach for a week and finishing 20th and 31st. Like to gain 10 strokes on approach in a week is incredible. You don't just gain 10 strokes on approach. He's doing it and not even finishing better than 20th. Like that's what's concerning about him. So that's the reason I asked that question, is because it's not good. It's not good, Bob. Not good. Seamus Power. I kind of fancy Seamus Power on a golf course like this. I kind of fancy Seamus Power on a golf course like this. Short positional golf courses. That's what you want to bet Seamus Power at. Okay, so he struggled here in 2019, putted well. That's a good thing to note. Putted nicely here, though. That's good. Wells Fargo, 16th. RBC Heritage, 12th. The Players, 64th. Arnold Palmer, Valspar, 21st, 26th. So we're starting to see some solid golf from Seamus. We're starting to see some really good approach numbers as well. Like the iron play is really starting to heat up. So now we're just waiting to see if we can get some help on the short game front, which has been there at times. And also to finish 16th at Quail Hollow, losing 3.75 strokes putting is really impressive. Seamus didn't make it to the PGA Championship. That's bizarre. Right? He never played the PGA Championship. Really interesting there. He's been playing, I guess, all these non-signature events. You kind of got in the swing season there, but that was it. He's been playing good golf, though, which kind of just goes to show, like, what the hell? So I think a top 20 bet on Seamus is on the cards. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a top 30 bet. We've got 4 top 30s in his last 7. If you add a T31 at the Genesis, I mean, that's a smaller event, smaller field. But Seamus, top 20, yeah. That's the way to bet this guy. 14% of the time, he's inside the top 20. We don't have any top 10s or top 5s, though. But I like his chances a lot. For a top 20. This computer's starting to drive me nuts as well. Nick Taylor. Does he go backhand? He plays well at golf course, but this isn't the same golf course. I almost got carried away there. Nick Taylor. Okay. I'm starting to hit a bit of a wall here, though. So this is going to be kind of it for me. I'll kind of do another 20 minutes. So bring your final questions for guys that you want answers on. I'll probably do a few more dudes for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe tomorrow. After I get my stuff done for the day, maybe after the Fantasy Golf Degenerates show. Nick Taylor. I mean, his odds are always bad. Like reflect bad play, anticipate bad play. Yeah, Mike's a sharp. Mike's low-key a sharp. Where's Phoebe going? Trying to get out of the chair there, Mike. Kept her in there for you. All right. So he has, who's this dude? Nick Taylor. 27th at the one that took place at Hamilton in 2019. Putted nicely, hit his irons nicely. Actually, he opened up with 64-65. So he was 9 under through the first 2 rounds of golf and then shot 5 over. Okay. Phoebe Cam is down. Now it makes sense for me to be in here, I think. All right. He hasn't been doing good stuff. Hasn't been playing well at all since his win. Gained 10 total strokes in that round. That's incredible. Yeah. I don't know about Nick Taylor. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I know it's. I think he's going to be popular. So it'll be a good way to kind of get off him in DFS. But it's like he's grading out nicely too. You know, his long-term irons, he's like a very good wedge player, I guess. And his shorter irons, like his biggest issue is the long irons. So we'll see a lot of good stuff from Nick Taylor then this week. Potentially on approach, which is good. Plays the easy courses really well. I think Adam Hadwin also plays them really well. If I remember Adam Hadwin's situation. Yeah, 21st in easy scoring. So he does well there too. Nick Taylor plays them really well. So I don't know what's going on with Nick Taylor. I don't have a read on him yet. So we'll have to see what his situation is. Maverick McNeely, guess who can putt and guess who's if it's on POA. I think he's tempting to me. But not for a like the thing is, I want to research. This is what I'm going to be doing soon, yeah. Is researching how many people win a golf tournament without a top 5 in the last 12 months. In their last 12 months of golf. How many people win a golf tournament without a top 10 in their last 2 months worth of golf? How many people win a golf tournament without a top 10? Like, I'm curious as to know what the magic number is in the last like while. Like, how do you slim down outrights to give like a bucket system for outrights, Darbo? You know what I'm saying? I would love to figure out like a system where, okay, 80% of the time, this trend will happen. You know, like if you don't have a top 5, like Corey Connors doesn't have a top 5. If you haven't finished top 5 in the last 12 months, last 6 months, whatever, you're not gonna show up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've started. Like, yeah, I'll show you what I've started. If I even have it, yeah. Here's the winning trends. Here's my winning trends one. So this is basically what I'm doing. So in this, when this lets me start clicking, this is what I'm using to try and determine in the last 4 starts prior to a win, what did that guy do? What did that guy do? But it's not letting me. scroll because it's being a piece of shit. But this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I need to try and find a track record or a stint of time that makes the most sense to really figure out what's going on. Better late than never. Legends status this level of depth going back to the top to fully appreciate. Cheers. Like and subscribe, y'all. Yes, listen to Brent. Thank you, my friend. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 500 here. We just at 450. Let's go. We're close. We are close. Thank you, Brent. Happy to take any nominations as you are in the mood. But I'm going to pull this up here, Darbo, and try and figure it out. Yeah, because the last 12 weeks is also a perfect metric. You know, you can just, I'm kind of thinking I want the week before. I think you just go like down, like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and find which week shortens the sample size enough, but also provides you with a high enough hit rate. Because obviously, the more weeks you go back, the more weeks you're including, and the better someone can randomly play. But I'm trying to find the magic number for good golf leading up to a win. And just try and figure out. Perfect. If I show up in the chat on Tuesday, remind you? Yeah, sure. I will do that. All right. Cage Lee. I love it. Could go nuclear. I'm eyeing him. I'm eyeing Van Rooyen. I've noticed you weigh recent victories heavy in your models, specifically at championships. No, Phil. Yes, I do, but that's just for majors. Just for majors. You'll notice I don't have any, like if I go over to my strokes gained, my model settings, like he has majors, strokes gained majors, strokes gained approach in majors. You know, like these are all like areas that I will rather use, because major championships, look at Justin Rose. Played well at a major because the guy showed up in the major championship model. Hasn't played well in a while, shows up at the major championship, plays well. It's just what they do. It's weird. I don't know why. It's just major. It's track record. You know, it's Sahith Theegala sucking it up because he was in the second last group of a major for the first time. You got to be there. You know, like he said, it's like, it's difficult to experience. He's won on the PGA Tour. Major championship Sunday is a different beast. I'm tempted to play Maverick McNeely. I really am. But the thing is, remember, we were just talking about this. Like, what is the win rate for people that haven't finished inside the top 5? Like, does Davis Riley have a top 5 in the last 12 months? But he'll have this T14 in March. So like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 starts away. I'm not going to include the Zurich. That's 4 starts away from a victory. A T20. So maybe 4 starts T20. That seems like a spot that would help splice. You know, I'm curious. Do you need a T20? Like, maybe you can have multiple boxes. Like a T10 carries additional weighting. You know, like the fact that he doesn't have a top 10, his last 25 starts, a T14, like that's, to me, incredible. Incredible. But like, maybe if you find like, okay, he had six rounds in a row where he gained really good stuff with the irons. You know, like, I'm going to try and look at iron play and off the tee play and putting and around the green. Like, is there a specific strokes gain that pops at some point, not maybe an average or a total, but a maximum. Someone has a spike week that they re-spike again like 2 or 3 weeks later. Does a spike week happen immediately the next week again? Austin Eckroat situation. So I'm going to try and fiddle out how to build some stuff and research all of the stuff backwards, but I'm tempted to. I'm really curious to see. But like this is the statistical profile of a guy that just beat Scotty Scheffler by 5 strokes today or more. Like, what the hell is this? Like, we're trying to bet on a game that this is it. Like, we've gained strokes in 2 tournaments so far. And then he comes out here and just completely shuts the door. Like, ball strikes the golf course to complete death. Incredible stuff. Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I think that's going to be it for me, folks. I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to just scroll down a few more names here and just see if there's anyone that I'm kind of in the mood to chat about. Matt Wallace, I don't know if I like him at this golf course. Aaron Rye suits a venue like this with the accuracy of the tee. You bet, man. You bet. You absolutely bet. Rotoballer PGA show tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern. Be there. Be square. I'll be doing the Fantasy Golf Degenerate show with Kenny. Do that. Check that out when it comes out. Oh, yes, Mike. Adam Scott. But we've done Adam Scott. Have we? No. Where's Adam Scott? I'm almost certain I've done him already. There he is. We've done him. He's 8th in the model. Find a tournament for us to play and I'll come. Okay. I'll find some. Sounds good. Let's do that. That'll be fun. A 2-man or a 4-man? Let me know. I should have known. I was just making sure that I was like, this is what happens in these streams. Is I like just speak and speak and speak and I never know where I'm going. But let's go, folks. Let's go. So just to kind of, let's get out of here and figure out where we're going. I think it'll be fun to, Cameron Young needs to finally break out. Yeah, but Phil, go back. Once I put the timestamps out, I've spoken about Cameron Young already at 89 minutes into the show. And you should go check out Cameron Young's situation because we spoke about the fact that look at his easy scoring conditions. He just doesn't get it done in these easy scoring conditions. So should we do a quick fortune filter cookie situation here? Number filter, less than 21 for easy scoring. We're going to find our top 20 guys. And then we're going to do guys that have been putting well this year. Let's find our top 20 putters. Less than 21 in putting. And then this is what we get given. It's Sahith, it's Rory, it's Sam, it's Adam Scott, Nick Taylor, Thorbjorn, and Chris Gotterup. Thorbjorn, let's check out Thorbjorn. Because he doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. What is 3 hours and 24 minutes? 184. We're in the 200s now. 204, baby. Okay. Thor. 204 for it. I don't think I like this golf course for him either. But the fact that he checks out for the putting is intriguing to me. He's not played well either. Played nicely at the Valero. Good. But really hasn't done good stuff. The putting is intriguing, though. Oh, no. Norlander's up there because he's not filtered properly. He keeps showing up because of this. But I think Norlander, yeah. What is Norlander's ranking, though? 116th. Yeah, it's not good. 4, it's just not doing that. No top 10s on the PGA Tour yet. Chris Gotterup also. One on the, I guess he won the other one, the alternate event, but no top 20s on the PGA Tour. So I like where we were thinking here. You know, like these are guys that are playing well, that are doing good stuff, but they're putting well. They're putting well. Let's see who's the top power putters. Yeah, power putting. Guess I can just do. Gary Woodland. Oh, what is that? Brand Snedeker, Kevin Kisner. Okay, I guess this is. I needed to put a timestamp on you, but these are the last 36 rounds. Mark Hubbard, Mackenzie Hughes putts really well on power. Looks like Sahith, Seamus Power putts nicely on power. I think Seamus is definitely going to be someone we look at this week. Ben Silverman in Canada. Ooh, let's chat about Ben Silverman, yeah, quickly. 192.06. This course would smash Siwoo. What do you mean? Like Siwoo would smash at this golf course? I think so too. I think you'd have to make too many putts though. Silverman came through nicely for us and has been playing some good golf the last little while. Made the cut again this week. T14 at Valero, T13 at Mexico, T20 in 2019. But a lot. The T20 came when he gained 8.5 strokes in round 1, gaining 4.2 strokes putting. Sorry, round 2. Shot a 61. Wow. So kind of like him. Yeah. The ball striking looked good. We lost putting on the other 3 days to gain 0.03 strokes putting for the tournament. You gain 4.2 strokes putting and you still lose. You basically lose. But I like his chances, yeah. He played nicely last week. Played very nicely for us. T32, +1 today. Played nicely today. Look at this flawless round yesterday. Clean little 67 without a bogey, and struggled in round 2, but played nicely in round 1. So I like Ben Silverman as a definite situation. Yeah. What's wrong, Phil? Am I saying no to you? Siwoo not doing the greatest, yeah. So that's the situation, folks. That's the situation. Daniel Berger, I feel like this kind of a golf course suits his game. If these are power greens, we're starting to get some. Let's look up Daniel Berger here quickly. No, just saying, geez, at his stats, Silverman could be. Oh, Silverman is a pivot situation. I do think as a guy that finished 20th here and Canadian, he might be a bit more popular. But if he's not, I still think he'll probably come across. If we're getting, say, Rory's going to come in at like 11-2 this week, 11-3, maybe 11-5, I don't know. Somewhere there, we'll probably get a 6K range. I don't think we'll get a 5K range again. Scotty is the reason we have the 5Ks. But Ben Silverman will be $7,000. He'll be a $7,000 play for sure. So in this field, that's perfect, in my opinion. So that's it, folks. Awesome stuff. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Episode 100 coming out on Tuesday at 8 Eastern, and we'll go with that. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Phoebe says good night, Mike. She's laying on the nice wooden cold floor over there and enjoying her evening. She says, have an awesome rest of your night. Let's hit the winners. So far, it's really Sahith, Mackenzie Hughes, those are really our leans for our outrights. We'll have to see who we kind of find nice numbers on tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll do a morning stream and just pick stuff. So let's hit it outright, dude. Let's freaking go. We love you guys all. Thank you so much for jumping in the chat. You guys are rock stars. We'll get you guys tomorrow for the Rotoballer PGA show. Peace.